Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom, where basketball lives forever. Here in GOAT James Kingdom, we attack the GOAT debate head on, where we challenge all Michael Jordan fans and all LeBron detractors to who is the GOAT of basketball. You can catch us every Sunday noon Eastern Time, right here on the GOAT James Kingdom channel, for the GOAT James Kingdom show with B. Lee and Ajani. Also, we go live Friday nights with the Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer, where you catch special shows and content as a GOAT James Kingdom follower and subscriber. Also, check out the GOAT James Kingdom membership, where you can get exclusive content.
They call Kyrie the wizard, hands with the glitch, handle so slick, leave defenders in a ditch. Hakeem with the footwork, dreaming in the paint, move so smooth, make a center feel faint. MJ with the fade, tongue out in flight, post game cold, mid-range tight. Kobe took the blueprint, added his own spice. Pump fake footwork, calculated ice. Burn got the vision, power and finesse. Left to right spin, he applies full press. Steph with the range, launching from the logo. Shift games, access like a cheat code solo. Jokic with the touch, pass like a guard. 7-foot chest, playing minds from afar. Bird had the IQ, hands like a thief, no jump. All skill cooked you in brief. They said the crown was settled, but we came to rewrite. B. Lee with the blueprint, Ajani bringing the fight. LeBron with the vision, no gimmicks, just facts. Go James Kingdom, put the whole game on his back. Built like a fortress from the haters we fed. Ajani with the flame while B. Lee stay ahead. Dropping Olympic gold in 40-point nights. 2012 done, had the world in fright. Skip the nostalgia, we talking data and war. Got receipts for the lies y'all been praising before. From Cleveland to Miami to the Lake Show Rise, finals MVPs rain down from the sky. This ain't opinion, this verse has got math. When B. Lee speak numbers and Ajani bring wrath. We got songs for the truth, hooks for the pain. Every bar built to echo LeBron's reign. Paul's Wayne. Oh, boom. Wait, April? Let's get it. Ha, ha.
Peace and blessings, y'all. Welcome to the GOAT James Kingdom show with B. Lee and Ajani. Y'all know we go live every Sunday noon Eastern time right here on the GOAT James Kingdom platform. So y'all make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't be afraid to become a member of the channel and support true basketball fans. As you can see, we got songs for the truth and hooks for the pain for all of you zesty Jeffries who get upset that we show up every Sunday, every week right here to talk the game of basketball. No matter what happens, y'all know what we are, who we are, and what we do. So again, thank you for joining us on another great Sunday afternoon. I'm Ajani the Exposer. We got B. Lee in the building. What's good, Brandon?
What is good, everybody?
All right, and obviously, you know, we got King John showing up today, representing as well as a GOAT James Kingdom member. Peace, John. What's good, brother?
What's good, everybody? How y'all doing?
We doing good. We doing better than a lot of zesty Jeffries, especially the ones on TikTok. They hurt. It's a lot of conversations happening. There's a lot of conversations happening in the basketball world because what we do here in GOAT James Kingdom, ladies and gentlemen. Today's show, we're not going to talk stats, right, Brandon? We're not going to use stats today, right? We're going to talk skills. We're going to talk who's the most skilled player in NBA history, or basically your top 5 most skilled players in NBA history, which should be a very interesting discussion. A very interesting discussion.
I'm interested to see everyone's top 5 skilled players too.
Oh, you already know I'm gonna
Can I
stir
send a
it up.
shout out to somebody today?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I want to send a shout out to somebody who should be on this list. She added her name yesterday to the to now she's the fourth player in basketball history to be a four-time MVP before turning 30, and that's Asia Wilson. So
Okay.
this is a
Shout
great
out to her. That's
discussion for
true.
today because she should be added to that skills list, and that's Asia Wilson, four-time MVP for turning 30. So congratulations, Asia Wilson.
Well, that's actually a stat. You're talking about accolades and stats, skills. No skill should be validated by stats because from our understanding, that's separated. We have to separate that, right? It's the eye test and the stats. We hear that all the time. It's both of them. It can't be one or the other. So we have to be able to separate that and basically say, hey, okay, well, what is it that you do skill wise? And shout out to her. She probably is one of the best and most skilled WNBA players of all time. Definitely a great accomplishment for her. Shout out to Asia Wilson and the whole Bam Adebayo household. Shout out to them over there, man. All that means now, all that means now is gonna be another disappointing season for me and my Miami Heat, especially after Tyler Hero got hurt and expecting Bam to step up. We already know every time she win an MVP, Bam just does the same. 19-9. That's what we're gonna get. A 19-9 Bam Adebayo.
That's
Well,
that's
we
about
want
his max.
yeah, we want 21. We want 21, at least 22 and 10. Come on, Bam, just step up a little bit.
But his skill level said he should be
Yeah,
better than
exactly.
19
Well,
than that.
guess like Brandon said before the show started, the stats ain't saying that. The stats ain't saying it.
I mean, did y'all see what he did in the Olympics? He brought up more of his skill level you saw in the Olympics, and you just watching him play. And I even said before at least last season started, when we was having these discussions, I said, "Oh, Bam is gonna be different." Y'all saw that skill level. I ain't talking about no stats. I'm talking about what he could do on the basketball court. You could see it, and he did none of that in the season. And
Well, in the Olympics he was the second best big man on the team. So we thought that he was going to improve on that. He
yes,
was learning from Anthony Davis. So I'm not sure what happened.
Oh, not the Anthony Davis brought up Anthony
I
Davis.
mean, he was learning from Anthony Davis,
I
hey,
could
being
have,
being his
I could
backup.
have. That's why he ain't getting nowhere because he learned from Anthony Davis and Joel Embiid, two dudes that's barely on the court. But let's get some shout out to some TJK
All
members
right.
in the building, man. We got Apocalypse now in the building. Shout out to you. Juan Boy is out here. You know Juan Boy is always showing up. Shout out to Juan Boy and his dedication and supporting the basketball in general. Yeah, we're gonna define skills, Wayne. Shout out to you. Peace and blessings, man. We're gonna define skills. We got Twin Man in the building. Shout out to Twin Man. We see you there, obviously. Y'all boys are repping to the fullest, man. We see y'all in here, man. So again, if y'all are moderators as well, please do not time people out. Please do not do that. Shout out to Asante. Let people speak. Only bots and we don't really have bots and spammers really on our. It's really on Lamont's side. That's really the issue. So if you come to Goat James Kingdom, you should be better. You should be on Goat James Kingdom watching it anyways. But shout out to everybody who is watching us on FYF Sports Debate. Also watching us on Real Takes Over Fake Debates channels as well. And those who are watching us on Facebook, because we are also live on Facebook as well. So we got Lamar. What's up? What's up, Lamar? Lamar's in the building as well. So yeah, we're gonna talk about skills. So Brandon,
All
I know
right.
you was debating Chat GPT about skill before. What did Chat GPT say about skill level in basketball?
All right.
And how?
So
Uh-huh.
so so I'll let them define what a skilled basketball player is. It said a skilled basketball player is an individual who consistently exhibits a high level of mastery in the essential basketball skills, such as shooting, dribbling, passing, defensive positioning, while also showcasing advanced court vision, footwork, basketball IQ, and situational awareness. Their abilities enable them to impact the game across multiple areas and adjust effectively to different roles, opponents, and schemes. What y'all think about that definition of a skilled player?
that's
It's
a
about
definition.
dead on, ain't it?
Yeah.
Go ahead, John. I'm listening, John. Go ahead.
No, that's a definition. I believe sometimes we need defined definitions of things so people can understand things because we sometimes
Hmm.
we make up words and say, but that's not the definition of what you just said. It's like you might say he's skilled, and you talking about something totally different that has nothing to do with skill. So I believe we need to get the definitions and put it out there so people can understand what we're talking about. Because I believe sometimes I had discussions with people when we talk about skill level, and we talk about we having two different conversations. So
Hmm.
um,
Always two different conversations because it leads up to footwork and all defensive teams. That's the
yes,
only thing skilled in their minds.
hey, that's what
Is
I
how
get.
can you get off a
Don't forget
fadeaway?
mid-range shooting. Don't forget mid-range shooting. Don't forget
Yeah.
that.
How can you get off a fadeaway? Even if you miss or make it, it doesn't matter. If you could get off that fadeaway and you could make an all defensive first team, you have to be the most skilled player in the game.
That's what they
I mean,
think.
that's skill. So I'm going to repeat the definition again, if anyone missed it. The definition of a skilled player is a skilled basketball player is an individual who consistently exhibits a high level of mastery in the essential basketball skills such as shooting, dribbling, passing, and defensive positioning, while also showcasing an advanced court vision, footwork, basketball IQ, and situational awareness. Their abilities enable them to impact the game across multiple areas and adjust effectively to different roles, opponents, and schemes.
So that sounds like a lot of stuff that doesn't revolve around actual stats, which is perfect,
Okay.
right? I
Yeah.
mean, they
Yeah.
do say
Okay. So
scoring and passing and
mhm.
dribbling and
Passing,
okay,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Shooting,
Some of these things
yeah.
have stats that we are common to know for, but at the end of the day, your shooting ability could be a lot of guys can score and can't shoot, right? To people,
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
I
Right? You
mean,
can score,
I
but you
mean,
can't
Kirk
shoot.
could shoot. Kirk could shoot very well, but
but he could
you're
score.
not going to get him the ball to try to create a shot to win a game.
Yeah,
You're going to make sure
Exactly.
he's wide open to take an open shot.
yeah.
That's
So
the flip side. That's the flip
let's
side of the
go
coin right there.
to
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah. So let's go to the core skill definitions. Ball handling. What do they mean by ball handling? It's control over the basketball under pressure, ability to navigate defenses and create space. What do you feel about that definition of ball handling? Since
I,
it's not
Say it again.
dribbling,
Read it again.
crossovers, and
Say it again.
control
What?
over
Uh huh.
dribbling under pressure, ability to navigate defenses and create space.
That
that's
sounds
the
like ball
basic
handling to
definition.
me. That's exactly what dribbling sounds like to me. That's what you're
Look
supposed
at
to be doing.
someone like Andre Miller. He's not fancy with the ball, but he's very skilled handling the ball. He
It's
has
great
control of
ball.
the ball, able to navigate and create space at all times. That doesn't
Great.
mean he's not like everyone look at ball handling and look at AI. He's crossing over everyone.
Mm-hmm.
He's stepping back, James Harden, but ball handling is more than crossing people over, basically. It's how
That's
you
true.
maintain and handle. Like John Stockton, very skilled handling the ball, very
Great
few
skill ball.
turnovers.
Yes.
That's a skilled ball
Yes.
handler.
Yeah, and getting the ball into the right position, like I said, navigating the defense. Like I always
Hmm.
tell people, you got to be able
Yeah.
to get to the right spot. Remember, you got to
Hmm.
dribble 50 feet to get to your side of the floor. So you have to be
Yeah.
able to at least be able to dribble the ball there because you can't walk with it. That's a violation. So you need the dribble
Hmm.
skills. And again, like I always tell people about LeBron, his ability to dribble 20 to 30 feet and get to the basket, that's a skill. Navigating the defense. So
Yeah. Well,
yeah, I
LeBron's
agree.
been
I
doing this
agree.
since
I
he
agree
was
with
in
that.
junior high.
Yeah, I agree
All
with
right.
that one.
So
I agree with that one.
okay. So the next one is shooting. So efficient and versatile scoring abilities, mid range, 3 point, off the dribble, catch and shoot, free throws. So that encompasses a skilled shooter.
It
It
just
didn't.
didn't
It
say
didn't.
that
It
right
didn't. It
shooting.
didn't include penetrating, getting to the basket.
No, just shooting.
So just shooting the ball. So shooting mid range, 3 pointers, free throws, pull ups, catch and shoot.
Yeah, I don't think it has to be all three, but it's basically saying a versatile scorer has the ability to be efficient shooting the mid range, shooting the 3 pointer, shooting off the dribble, shoot catch and shoots, and free throws. You have to be efficient doing those, and that kind of encompasses the true shooting percentage that you could. It looks like you could encompass that through there. True shooting percentage.
It's
Well,
probably
I always tell you that whatever we talk about in basketball, you can find it in the stats. To be honest with you, but people
Hmm.
don't like to listen to me. But
So
oh,
if we could find ball handling in the stats, what would you think you'll find that at?
I don't think you can find it in the
hmm,
stats.
yeah, it's a part of the assists. The guy who
Ball
handles the
handling.
ball the most, and yeah,
I
ball
would I would
handling,
say assist to turnover
assist to
ratio.
turnover ratio. Yeah, assist to turnover ratio is a
Hmm.
good way to measure a player's ball handling skills. Um, but that would be more or less likely, yeah. Because if you look at all the guys who you consider great ball handlers, their assist to turnover ratio is going to be good.
I can see that.
Usage rate as well.
Yeah, like
You
John
can use
Stockton's like
usage
a
rate.
4 to 1. Like
Yeah,
John Stockton's like a 4 to 1, like crazy.
Chris Paul's like, yeah, Chris Paul's close to that too. Chris Paul's something like a 3.5 to 1, something like that as well.
Yeah, he's that
Yeah,
too.
and your
Yeah,
usage rates, even though it
that's
doesn't account
amazing.
your it doesn't account for your assists, but your usage rate does count for the shots you take or the turnovers you have, or the fouls you
Yeah,
draw,
if
which
if
means
if you're
that means
handling the ball a lot
you're
and
handling
your
the ball.
usage rate is
Yeah,
high,
yeah.
yeah,
It'll show that you're a good
yeah.
ball handler.
All right,
I read that. I
all right.
get
Then the
that.
next one is passing and
Mm-hmm.
vision. Passing and
Mm.
vision, able to read defenses, anticipate movements, deliver accurate passes, timely passes.
That's also an assist as well, and
Yeah.
that's definitely an assist. Just and you can use certain to a certain degree the team's overall offense because
And
you got
somebody
a
who can
good passer.
control the game.
Yeah,
Somebody who can
somebody who can
control the game.
pass the ball. Yeah, but yeah, that's but the court vision is a thing to me because I think that there's guys who see things, but sometimes like like you say, you see something but you just can't do it anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
Like,
can't make it because you think you're gonna
yeah,
turn it over, but
exactly.
the
So you
ones
can
who can
see,
make it,
yeah. Yeah. So to me a part of the court vision is be able the ability to even make the passes because you see it or you see the play developing, which is a good interesting aspect of what they're talking about for this part of the skill level because they're also going to use this for defense because it talks about the position awareness, which is all part of a smart IQ and ball vision, right? Being able to
hmm
uh, uh, what I'm looking for, expect what's going to happen and react before it. So um, yeah.
just I mean,
So
if you have a like a high number of assists, you have to have court vision.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't go out there with 12 assists and not have court vision.
And I think I think that right now obviously I think there's a stat where they measure the amount of points your assist generates, not just the points in general, but like the field goal percentage, like how much,
Field goal percentage.
yeah, how many assists actually turn into passes that turn into assists or
Oh,
not.
for real?
Yeah, I think
I
that
haven't seen that one. I'm about to go
I,
look
I
that
can
because
up.
I
see
know
that. I can see that.
because I know they track how many times you score off an assist or not. Um,
Hmm.
But they do track passes. They do track how many times you just pass the ball in general. So I think there's a stat somewhere. It's probably very obscure though. It's not probably something. I think they do it. Again, the NBA has a lot of stats that you can look up, especially now. They track a lot
Hmm.
now.
I
A
think
lot
this
of
Yeah,
is
they
stats.
track a
track
lot now.
pass. The
They
high
even track
stuff.
miles you run on the court. I don't know how that's even possible, but I
They even
guess.
track the distance.
All
They
right.
track the distance and the time
Yeah.
that it takes for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Weird. Weird. I guess. All right.
yeah,
So the next one is footwork. Precision and balance in both offensive moves and defensive positioning.
yeah.
I see
I
the
don't know what stat
balance.
would I don't know what stat would apply footwork.
All defensive first teams.
That's why I'm almost starting to think like, do I really care about footwork when I'm thinking about it? Like, and it's
I
usually
mean, it
footwork.
matters in
It's usually
defense.
It's usually footwork predicated. When people say footwork, they're usually talking post game. They're never really talking perimeter dribbling and having the right position.
Hmm.
The lead leg. You know what I'm saying for the defender and them leaning to a side and stuff like that. That's all footwork there as well. You know what I'm saying? Being able to like when like I always think about that famous play when Dwayne Wade does on Baron Davis where he dribbles to his right and then he has his right lead leg and instead of crossing over over his body he crosses over between the leg backwards and kind of does like a step back and he hits that shot in the playoffs. It was like a new thing to see, but that's like to me that's footwork. You understand what I'm trying to say? People don't really establish that as a part of footwork. All the dribbling skills that these guys have and how they leverage themselves with their footwork while they're dribbling. You know what I mean?
I would just watch some with
Also,
Carmelo Anthony and his great footwork.
mhm,
How he was scoring and he was
I was
basically
just about to bring it up.
dribbling one time and he was jab and he was getting to a spot and he dribbled one time and he was just getting to a spot. That's great footwork to me.
Cutting,
So
like finding the right angle.
yes,
Finding the right
Mm-hmm.
angle has to do with footwork because you have to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Melo did that his whole career,
whole
finding the
career.
right angle.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You can have the footwork without the dribble. That's why he needed one dribble because he was like, I'm just gonna take one.
One dribble.
Hmm.
I'm gonna score almost
Like
30,000
whatever
points.
you're gonna give
So
me, I'm gonna
footwork is
take that angle
exclusive
and
to
take
dribbling.
advantage of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? And it even works to shoot. And Brandon knows this as well. If you're a shooter, right, you want to make sure you have the right foot, right? You want to make sure you have the right balance. That's what makes Steve Kerr such a great shooter and Stephen
Yeah,
Curry such a great shooter. Their footwork is perfect. Klay Thompson, perfect when they shoot. It's straight up. Tim Legler, like you,
Oh, and
you know
Layla,
what I'm saying?
similar.
his balance was
It,
crazy.
it
Ray
says that
Allen, Ray
precision
Allen,
and
it's the same
balance.
way. Yeah, yeah. So
Precision
that's
and
what I'm
balance.
saying.
Yep,
Yeah.
precision and balance.
So I'm not saying the footwork of the Hakeem Olajuwons and the Kobe's and those guys in the post are not, don't matter. But I'm just saying the
That's
people never
part of it.
talk about.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. People never talk about the other
yeah.
aspect of the footwork that goes into other things as well. So, like you said, like the Carmelos and like I'm talking about with the Ray Allens and the pull up shooters. Yeah, having that
Yeah, it's just
balance. You
like
gotta
it's
have
just
that
like on a
balance.
fast break too. Yeah, just like on a fast break. Like you don't how are you gonna score on a fast break if you don't have good footwork? You don't know what angles to take.
That's what. Not only that I thought about that, Brandon, right? Because on Friday night they asked us what a slasher was, if Kobe was an elite slasher. And from my understanding of a
Mhm.
slasher, and like I said, I'm old school. It was always the guys like the Michael Coopers, the Larry Nances, the guys like you said that in transition or making cuts without the ball can catch the ball and not travel and actually have the good footwork in transition to catch the ball and make a play, right? But then when I read it online now, it says that a slasher is more like a Michael Jordan, Dwayne Wade, Iverson, LeBron, guys who dribble and penetrate and drive to the basket and high flyers. So the aspect you just brought up about transition, yeah, that's another aspect of footwork that people don't talk about. The Sean Marions, the guys who can run in transition, the Kenyon Martins, the Amari Stoudemires. It's not easy to catch a basketball and do two steps without dribbling and finishing, and you're able. That's a skill, like you said. That's a skill.
That's why we used to work on the 3-man
Yeah,
weave all the time in practice because you had to learn how to come off any foot and be able to take that 2 steps and score off like that easy. And you got to get used to it. It takes work, and it takes a lot of work to learn how to do it. And yeah, slash, you're right. I always thought slashers was a Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. That's always what I thought a slasher was, and those type of players. And
I
Michael
guess
Cooper
I'm
is that
wrong.
type of player. Uh, he didn't get to show his skill level like he could have, but he can handle the ball, get to the basket, and do all those same things as well. That's always been a slasher to me.
Yeah, I always thought that's what I was. Like I said, I always thought of slashers
sometimes a
like that. This
slasher
Stacey
is
Augman type, Stacey Augmans, like those type of players.
nah, for me, I always thought a slasher was someone who's cutting to the basket. You like slashing to the basket and someone finds you and you able to get the ball and create.
Now, that's what I'm saying,
So
off ball, an off ball, guys. What I'm saying, off ball. But the
um,
definition, if you go look at it
mhm,
now on Google, it's an on ball. Slash is considered an on ball player now. Like I said, when I grew up, a
on
slasher was
ball,
considered like you said, yeah, a guy. You said a guy that cuts, a
yeah,
guy that backdoor cuts, cuts his slasher to the back.
slashing to the
That's a
hole.
slasher. That's slashing. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. But without the ball. So that's what I'm saying.
it's
And but the funny thing is that the players that they use for the slasher, as far as the dribble penetrators, it was nobody earlier than Michael Jordan. So in my mind, when did slashing start with Michael Jordan? Like Elgin Baylor wasn't considered a slasher. Oscar Robertson wasn't considered a slasher. Or basically, what you're saying, point guards are slashers by going into the paint and dribbling.
yeah.
Tony
Jordan
Parker's a
wasn't
slasher.
considered a slasher for most of his career. He was maybe early in his career.
Yeah. So I mean,
Like
again,
later in his career, he wasn't slashing to the basket that much.
yeah.
He
So,
was,
but that was the
my
conversation
God.
because because we were talking about Kobe's ability to get to the basket compared to LeBron. Because we were talking about who could dribble better, and we were saying how LeBron dribbles better than Kobe because he gets to the basket way much more efficient and way much better than Kobe Bryant does. But they don't like the notion of that. They like the fact that Kobe could take a pull-up jumper after taking 2 dribbles and take a contested fadeaway. Which is fine.
All right. So the next one is defensive technique.
This is good. This is the one I
Defensive
like.
technique is next. It says lateral quickness, positioning, hand activity, help defense, and ability to guard multiple positions.
Yeah, that's kind of short. So, but it did say lateral quickness, which is very important. Which is I mean, how much of a skill is lateral quickness more than it is just a natural ability and talent? As far as
You think it's a natural ability to have it?
to be quick, I mean, can you teach somebody to be quicker? How much
Kinda.
faster can you make somebody quicker?
You could
You can
train
make somebody
somebody
smarter.
to be quicker.
You can make somebody smarter. Yeah, exactly. You can make somebody smarter and probably react faster. But I don't know if you can
But
help
I guess
somebody's
it's
muscle twitch
I
fibers.
guess
You know what I mean?
it's encompassing everything: lateral quickness, positioning, hand activities, help defense, and ability to guard multiple positions.
See, hand
Hands
So you
activity,
up.
I
have to
love that.
encompass
I
all of
love
that.
that. Active hands are very important on defense. Active hands is very important on defense.
It's
Yeah,
called hands
That's a
up.
look
skill.
at
That's a
somebody
skill.
like look at somebody like Dennis Rodman. Quick, great
Yes.
positioning,
Lateral
really great hand activity, amazing help defense, and guard multiple positions.
Yep.
That is a
Him,
skilled defensive
Scott.
player.
That's a
Yes.
skill. That's
Scottie
a very
Pippen, yeah,
very
that's a
skilled player. Yeah,
skill.
Scottie Pippen.
That's Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman subbed up in one definition.
They should be the face of it.
Yeah, that's LeBron too.
Well,
It's definitely
of
LeBron, but
course.
if you want to have that,
Brandon had to think about. Brandon had to look down and think about it. Yes,
I
LeBron
mean,
too.
I know it was LeBron, but I'm just saying, like, those are the guys who focus on that the
Yeah,
most.
yeah, that's true. That's true, and
Those
I
two.
believe in that. It is about positioning, like you said, knowing your angles, being you definitely have to be smart. I always say the things with defense is one is your actual size, right? The bigger the player or the longer the player, like you said, the better.
Hmm.
Then it's your quickness and agility, right? Your ability to move, right? And then secondly, you know what I'm saying? I mean, lastly is your IQ, your intelligence, like you said, your awareness, being able to cut off lanes, understanding how to position yourself. And then to me, the active hands is a part of your quickness because you got obviously active hands is necessary. But if you're slow footed, it don't matter how active your hands are. You still have to be, and that's another thing too.
Yeah.
They don't talk about footwork on defense. That they don't talk about how you make sure you position yourself right on defense as well with your footwork.
In footwork definition, it says defensive positioning as well. So you have
yeah,
to have good footwork on
For
defense.
that, okay, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
All right. The
So
next one is
footwork. So footwork
basketball.
is
I go ahead.
footwork is. I'm saying footwork. So footwork in all this conversation is definitely a very important part of basketball. Obviously, right? Like having footwork, right?
Yeah,
Like
it is. Of course, it
uh,
should
so
be.
what I'm saying, but a lot of players have good footwork. Then, right? It's not just the
Yeah,
the, the
I'm just
few that
saying
we
it's
always
not the
hear about.
main. It's not the only one or the main one, basically, but it's important.
it's
Yeah, no, but I'm
important
just
enough
saying
to
when
know
we
what
hear
it is.
footwork, no, I'm saying, but when we hear about footwork, it's usually a very few that we hear that people like to
Hmm.
praise for their footwork. But with the way we're describing skills and knowing the NBA like we know it, there's a lot of great players with a lot of great footwork, just in
Yeah.
different
I
aspects.
mean,
You know what I'm saying?
to be
Yeah.
honest with you, the footwork is usually talking about defense on here. To
But that's when obviously you got
be
to.
honest
I
with
always tell people that you got to move your feet to play defense. I never heard somebody playing defense with standing still feet. You got to be able to move your feet.
you, yeah,
So
they use footwork as getting off a shot instead
that's
of
part of it. That's
defense.
a part of it too. Remember, I said about that, right? Being able to get and jump up and be leveled and you know what I'm saying, and squared and balanced while you're jumping. That's a part of your footwork. That's
And I'm
that's what
just
I'm
saying, like
saying.
that's the only thing that they relate footwork to is scoring the ball.
I see what you're saying.
In
Yeah, yeah,
reality, it's
yeah,
a lot more than that. It's a
yeah.
lot. I mean, you have to have good
Right here on
footwork to
TV.
actually set an appropriate screen. You just
I
can't
was just
go
about
over
to say
there
that.
and
I
set
was
any
just
type
about
of
to say
screen.
that too. I was just about
That's
to
what
say
they
that
hear
Yeah,
on
too.
but what's
TV.
important,
That's what they hear on TV all the time. That the footwork is all about scoring, and that's it. That's what
What
they hear
about
on TV.
footwork? What about footwork for positioning for blocking? I mean, boxing out for boxing out. Same thing. You have to be
that
in the
too.
right position. You have to have the right footwork to get to the position. Even the blocking shots, you have to have the right footwork to get to the spot and the right timing in your jump. Because that's another aspect of blocking shots. People don't know that you have to have the right timing. You can't just jump whenever you want. So you have to be, first off, have the right balance again because you have to jump
And
sometimes
another
to block
balance.
shots.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. So footwork is
All right,
very important.
so the next one is basketball IQ. So it says understanding timing, spacing, play tendencies, and reading the game in real time.
There's nothing about IQ that revolves around stats. Nothing.
Doesn't seem like it.
Because I can tell you this right now, there's some smart players in the NBA that average 3 points per game.
They become they become coaches. They become
That's what I'm
coaches.
saying.
They become
There's a there's
coaches.
a
Yeah.
there's a lot of tough play. I mean, a lot of smart individuals who be knowing stuff. Cause see, especially when you're on the sideline, right? It's like when you watch somebody play chess, you can see all the moves better than somebody who's actually playing the game. It's exactly how it is. They be on the bench seeing everything, knowing everything, coaching from the sideline.
Well, that's
That's
what
why keep
Melo
vets
was
around.
talking about when he was talking about taking what the other defense give you, cutting off angles. That's what Melo was talking about. How he finds what angle he needs, where he could go, how to get the defender, off balance. And he said he knows how to get to a area where he knows his shot cannot be blocked. So he's reading the game in real time, creating space, understanding the timing and the play tendencies. Like there's a lot of players that do that as well. So,
I
but
had a
the
coach.
like great ones know how to take advantage of it every single play.
I had a coach
Every
once
single
tell
play,
me.
they know how to take advantage of it.
Coach once tell me to watch the game because I was out hurt, and to watch the game and understand the advantages I've had. Because when you got the ball, sometimes you don't understand where you at in the place and the advantages you have when you actually had a ball and how you can make the game simpler. And I believe sometimes taking a step back from the game and watching what's going on when you're not playing, you can actually see the game better, learn the game better, and that's where the IQ coming from. Taking a step back a lot of time from the game and watch it going on while you sitting here coaching, and it's like you can go here and you couldn't actually see that while you was playing, but when you took that step back from playing and watching while the team is playing, I believe that's where you learn how to slow the game down because you can see the advantages going on the court. And once you get out there, I believe that's where you get that IQ from of learning how to be a better player on the court.
Well, I don't know. Like I said, I
Okay.
like the idea of IQ. I think that the player that has the most important aspect of needing an IQ on the basketball court is your point guard or your ball facilitator because they have to kind of be the coach on the floor, or your defensive anchor to especially in today's NBA. But like I said, the older you get in the NBA, the smarter you get and the least valuable you are. So like the IQ really doesn't help you. You know what I'm saying? Like I was watching the 2007 finals. They were talking about Eric Snow and his experience and all. They couldn't use him in his experience. All his intelligence didn't matter. He couldn't stay like you say. He didn't have the footwork. He didn't have the ability to do.
Nothing
You know what
but
I'm saying?
the pass
Udonis
ball.
Haslam. Udonis Haslam has been one of the smartest players in the NBA for the last 10 years, sitting on the bench on Miami. Don't matter really. You know what I'm saying? You got Jared Dudley, high IQ players, understand the game, and not only understand the game, understand the business, the professionalism of the NBA and everything, but it really don't matter. Taj Gibson, another guy who
Yeah.
lasted forever, just based off of that. So
All
again, yeah,
right.
I think
And
high
the
IQ
last
matters.
one,
Uh-huh.
mhm,
Go ahead, go ahead.
yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
the last one is versatility, capacity to contribute effectively in various roles, positions, and systems.
Oh, there's stats for that. 42, 11, and 11. That's definitely a stat for that.
Yeah, so it says skill does not equal athletic. Being skilled is different from being athletic. While
Exactly.
athleticism refers to physical gifts, speed, strength, and
Exactly.
vertical leap, skill is about redefining technique and mental sharpness developed through practice and experience.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I asked about the idea of certain things of the like the agility and defense because
Hmm.
to me it's a God gift talent. Yeah, you can make somebody who can jump high jump a little bit higher, but you can't make somebody who can't. You can't make somebody who can't jump high. Like that's just never gonna happen. If I can't jump, if I can't run, you can't make me faster. You can't make me a fast runner. I might run a little bit fast, but I'm still gonna be slow. If I'm you know what I'm saying like that's just it just is what it is. So that aspect of it is different than athleticism. So skill is definitely something you have to learn. Now, what you can also do is use your skill to enhance your athleticism. In the case of Michael Jordan, the skill ability to grab the ball and maneuver the ball in the air with his jumping ability allowed him to do things that other people couldn't do. That's a skill Jordan had. His ability to maneuver in the air and just in tight spaces and just flick the ball up a certain way. That's a skill. Kyrie does it all the time. It's a skill. You learn how
So
to do
I
that.
did ask them to actually grade everyone on a like 2 year peak of these like this 2 year peak is the greatest skill that we've seen 2 years in a row.
Okay, so before you give us
So
that, it's a top five. Before you give
mhm,
us that, let's all give our top
it's
five.
it's a like a top 20 really.
Oh, it's a top 20. But all right, so let's just give our top five, and then we'll run down the top 20 and see what it says. So, what's your top five most skilled players, Brandon?
My top five most skilled players, not even looking at this, just the skilled players that I have seen. Of course, I
Mm-hmm.
think LeBron James is the most skilled player of all time. No one is more skilled than LeBron James. You got Jokic, you got
Mm-hmm.
Steph, you
Mm-hmm.
got Kobe, and you have
Mm-hmm.
Jordan.
Oh wow. All right, John.
Um, to me, players like LeBron,
Mm-hmm.
players like Joe Johnson, um,
Mm. Interesting.
players like Paul Pierce,
Top
players
five,
like
right?
top five,
Okay.
uh, players like Tracy McGrady, um, and I'm gonna throw a player like Kenyon Martin.
Wow. Wow. It's the most skilled players. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
From
have to remove John from this show.
I look at skill players.
Hey. Hey, all right. So my top five skill players ever is obviously LeBron James, the most skilled. Kevin Durant, Kobe Bryant, Joker, and Luka Doncic. And then
Okay.
honorable mentions. The honorable mentions would be someone like Steph and like Harden.
Yeah, Harden's up there too.
Yeah, yeah, and it definitely have to be players up to date, and it's gonna be crazy because I'm starting to look at SGA like, yo, SGA is probably one of the most skilled players we've ever seen ever, yo. This dude SGA could do a lot with the basketball, bro. This
Yeah,
does
I
he
think
does
I
on
think
Yeah,
both
I
SGA
sides of the floor.
I think SGA is
Mm-hmm.
getting
I
there.
think
Mm-hmm.
I think the issue with trying to figure out how someone's skill is they want to look at someone's whole career instead of what they were at their peak. Like
Yeah.
if you look
Oh,
at Scottie Pippen's whole career, it's hard to tell you how skilled he was
but
because
in
that's all they want
'94
to
and
look at his 16
'95,
points per game.
but in '94 and '95, Scotty was really like he could do everything.
94 to 96,
He
he
could
could
do
do
everything.
everything.
He could
94
do
to
everything.
96, he could,
I
whoa,
want to say 94 to
Wow.
97.
93 to 96, 97
Wow.
too, yeah.
I think 94
Yeah,
97.
he's
That Scotty was, you saw it. I mean, he
Yeah,
flashed he flashed your TV screen all day. He
but
was
my thing
hard
is
to.
that my thing is that as time goes on, like I guess that was 30 years ago. There's no way players had gotten more skilled than that. That's the whole point. As good as skilled as they was for their era, because I'm not doing this relative to era. I'm just doing this off of like with all the things that Brandon just mentioned with all the things that you need. I think the five players I
yeah,
mentioned even match that. Even like I said, even with
yeah.
Luca, people talk about
That's
Luca.
versus their like competition. So
Yeah.
how
Yeah,
skilled
that's
they
true.
were versus their competition, not towards everybody in the history of the game, which is kind of hard to do.
You got to
Well, I
throw
mean,
the
it's not
rules
really
Like
out
when
there.
hard.
you talk
You
about,
just have to accept. You just have to accept that
yeah,
guys back in the days are just not as skilled as today. That's it. I get you. And relative to era, I guess we would have to
yeah,
count
just like
because I mean, how do we take away Jerry
Jerry
West?
West was
Jerry
somebody.
West was
Yeah, just
he
like
was so
Jerry West.
skilled compared to everybody in that era. So skilled. Will Chamberlain as well. Let's forget it. Let's not even mention Will Chamberlain. But today, Will Chamberlain's skill level is nowhere near the Shaquille O'Neals, you know what I'm saying, the Paul Gasols, the Tim Duncan. Like, nah, they don't. He has the athleticism over them, but he doesn't have the skill ability over them. What they can
And
do with
then
basketball is like Kevin Garnett.
even
Yeah.
with Shaq, even with Shaq, how they say that he couldn't do this, couldn't do that, but
Mm-hmm.
he was one of he's probably his peak was the most skilled big man we ever seen. He could do everything on the court.
Yeah, until Joker
It
came around.
just was
Until Joker
short.
came, until
It was
Joker
just
came around.
short.
That's what I'm saying.
I
The only
think.
thing
I
Joker
mean,
don't
I
have
think.
is the athleticism, but Joker could dribble. You're not stealing Joker's balls. Like just like you're not ripping Shaq. You're not ripping
Hmm.
Shaq's dribble.
Yeah,
You're not gonna rip.
Shaq is
You know what I'm
skilled in
saying?
a
Yeah.
different way.
Yeah, he
He's
just
Yeah.
skilled
don't
in
play
a
the best
different
ball.
way than
Yeah.
Jokic.
Yep. Okay. Let's let the zesty Jeffrey get his take in for his little $2. He didn't want to pay $5 to hate. He said he's gonna pay $2 to just mention Kobe and Mike, $1 a piece. Kobe and Mike, most skilled
Kobe and
players
Mike.
ever. Shout out to
I mean,
Fabulous.
Kobe's more skilled than Jordan.
I don't know if that's going to FYF or Go James Kingdom. Either way, thank you, sir. We appreciate your $2. We appreciate you, sir. All right, so Brandon, run off the 20 players, brother. Let's hear these 20 players.
All right, so what I did was told them to give a like point system, encompass
Ooh.
everything that you stated, and give it a point system up to 100. And the most skilled player in this tier was the 9-10 LeBron James.
Oh wow. So 2009, 2010 LeBron James. So they even did that LeBron over
Hmm.
2012, 2013. Okay.
I said a long
Hmm.
time ago
Oh,
that
oh wait, are there multiple players, duplicate players in different peaks, or just
Yeah.
what they just?
Hmm.
Oh, so
It's,
there's more.
it's it's
So that.
duplicate players in different peaks. Hmm.
Oh
So
wow.
LeBron rated between a 96 and a 98 out of 100. So that's the most skilled player that we have ever seen. Was that player?
I said that. I told people that. I had a show about it recently,
Yeah,
man. The
I think
2009
you said
LeBron was
that.
the.
I
I
Yep.
posted
said
on my
the
Facebook
of the
page a while
18
ago.
LeBron, and others said the Heat LeBron, but you said the 09-10 is the most skilled.
I
Bro,
posted I
Which
posted
that
it on my Facebook
LeBron was
page a while
crazy.
ago. Saying, oh,
That LeBron was crazy. Going back and look at it, bro, that dude was crazy, son. Because it's
Think
the
about it
athleticism
now.
part as
What
well.
player have
Yeah,
we seen like that? What player have we seen like that before and current?
none,
like
I
2009
don't think
LeBron,
there. I
none,
don't think there's been
none.
one.
none. Not that
Listen, not
09 10
Brandon,
LeBron. You hadn't seen him.
nothing, nothing. This dude was controlling basketball games night in and night out, Brandon. Whether it was him playing defensively, whether it was him offensively scoring and moving, bro, he was doing everything. There was no reason why that team should have won 66 games, other than the fact that LeBron James could control a basketball game. That's it. That's
Yeah.
it,
I
bro.
don't,
That dude
he
was
was just
incredible.
When he left to go to
he was
Miami, it
unreal
showed. They
athleticism.
won 17 games.
Athleticism was unreal. It was just
Unreal.
that was the unreal part. His athleticism was
You
unreal.
you
His
know what?
quickness, his speed.
Yeah. What made LeBron James great in Miami was he was able to harness all that because I think he was just more free in Cleveland. That 2009 LeBron, he was free. He was playing the game like as it came. He got more calculated in Miami, and he understood how to harness all of that and make it more, more squared and more
More
prepared to
control.
do what he
More
more
control.
controlled. But then when he got to Cleveland at 2018, it was just the mastery of everything.
I just
but he
I
didn't have
just
that
think he was playing with
athleticism.
better
But
players.
He still
Yeah.
has athleticism.
that's what I'm
He
Yeah,
still
saying.
has.
those
But that's
players
what I'm.
when it got tough, they couldn't make shots. That was the issue. They couldn't make shots when the game's on the line
You talking about in
in tough
09?
battles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
09? Yeah.
09 and 010. Like the dude was
They
playing
just
out of his
yeah.
mind, but his teammates couldn't make shots. It was too much pressure for them. He led them so far, but when it got time, they got cold feet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
Johnny,
yeah.
the 09
So
010 season is an
Yeah.
example of you can't just be the
You ain't got
smartest
it.
player on your
What?
team. You got to have
Uh-huh.
4 other smart players on the court with you to really
Exactly.
understand the game.
Yeah. Hey,
all right,
Wavy, you
so
ain't got to guess, Wavy. We know LeBron's the most skilled player, sir. We already know it. When the link is up, you ain't gonna be able
yeah,
to
I mean
prove
that's
otherwise.
pretty obvious.
Yeah.
So
Go
we
ahead.
looking
Uh
at
huh.
it, ball handling. You
Hmm.
know, he was the point guard. He's always great ball handling, but that shooting, he was efficient still. Passing and vision, he's always on a different level. Footwork, like we said, you have to be able to get to the rim, be a defensive anchor and everything. So his footwork
Hmm.
was great. Defensive
Hmm.
techniques, lateral quickness, positioning, hand activity, help defense, ability to guard everybody. Basketball IQ, we don't even need to discuss that, and versatility. Like he knocks all this out the park.
No,
You still
All
got
Brandon,
this out the
you
park
must have
in
upgraded
those
your
years.
you must have upgraded your chat GPT because it's talking like it thinks
and
for
Brandon.
itself.
He still
Yeah.
explains all that today.
Hmm.
He still does all
That's
that
the issue.
Yeah.
He does.
The
That's
let,
the problem.
go down the line. Let's just go down the
All
line
right.
because you got 20. So let's just go down the
All
line.
right.
Don't give us the summary.
All
We
right.
know LeBron,
So,
but keep going down the line. Uh huh.
okay. So the first one was LeBron. Then the next level was 95 to 97. And that was the 11, 12 LeBron and 12 and 13 LeBron. So LeBron took up the first three of the most skilled players that we have ever seen.
So LeBron. Okay. So 09, 010, LeBron's number one. Which is the number two player? Which LeBron is that one?
It's both 11 and 12 that they use. And then they use 12 and 13 because they use 2 year
So they
periods.
basically said. So they basically said from 2009 all the way to 2013, LeBron James was just
2009,
the
2012.
and 13.
2013, yep. That's like we never
I
seen a
So
player,
apologize.
which we
I
haven't.
so
apologize. My top
for those
five.
6 years is
I
go ahead, John. Go ahead.
apologize.
Yeah,
My top.
those 5 years? Yeah,
No,
those 5 years.
Hey
John's
Brandon.
about to reframe his top
Hey
five.
Brandon.
Go
My
ahead.
top five is
Uh,
LeBron. I apologize. That should have been my top five.
LeBron
Okay. I
James,
shouldn't
so
even.
LeBron
I
I
should.
was
James, LeBron James.
like I actually did the top like the best top 5 year peak. And of course it was LeBron. LeBron had the most all NBA votes during that time span, the most MVP votes, most all defensive team votes, generated the most points. He was had all the advanced stats like that 5 year peak. He had 4 MVPs, the youngest to back-to-back MVPs, the youngest to back-to-back Finals MVPs. Like that 5 year peak was, above everybody. So let's go on to
Damn,
the next player. They said it
that's
was
crazy.
Shaq 01, Shaq
Ooh,
2000 and 01.
that's a good one.
That's a
As far
great
as
one.
skilled, cause
Yeah.
Shaq, man, listen,
Yeah,
man, Shaq had everything. He had everything. They say he couldn't shoot free throws, but that's the only thing that would
he
have
didn't need
possibly
to.
hurt him in that
Yeah,
career. I know, but the skill,
yeah.
and one in shooting aspect of the skill, free throws was included. Remember we talked about that, but that's the only thing.
Mhm.
And he's not a great 3-point shooter, but again, they don't care about all that because they just encompass all the other things. Again, we talked about all the
I
other
don't think
Yeah.
Shaq's
aspects.
defenses talk about enough either. What he
No,
can do on the
exactly, and
defense.
I mean,
and also Shaq's footwork. Shaq
Yes,
was very
great footwork.
and Shaq was very cognizant of his position and aware of his position on both sides of the
mhm.
floor. Where he, yeah, so yeah,
Defensively, like you're not getting to the rim.
No, you're
you're
not.
not, and you're not
You're
dunking
not.
on him. He's not really not let you do that because he's gonna get
Yeah,
to you before you
it's
get
not
there.
happening.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead.
All right.
All right. So who's
So
number
so the
five?
next player, was the 16, 17 Steph Curry.
16, 17.
Both of them,
Hmm.
both years together. It should have been
Yeah,
15,
it was like
16, but
the like 2 year gap. It should be 15 through 18, but it's cool. But they only did at their top 2 years, the maximum peak level, how skilled they were.
hmm,
I saw 15 and 16, but okay.
hmm.
He was better in 17 than he was in 15. So that's probably what it was.
I think he got stronger in
15.
17. I think he got stronger in 17 where he wasn't such a defensive liability. He could
Yeah.
and
And
you
yeah.
can see it now in his game. He's so much stronger and he bigger. And,
Yeah. Also, the game slowed down because he was playing with Kevin Durant.
help them
Yeah, it
reconcile
did.
with his
I mean,
coaching.
I mean, he had Klay Thompson the whole time. He had Draymond Green, so but his
Clay
skill
too,
level was still his
and
skill level
adding
again. All
his
the stuff that we talked about, yeah, the pull up, jump shots, the ability to dribble to get to his spots, do all the things that he was doing. Yeah, yeah, Stephen Curry's up there, and
okay.
he was. I think he
And
still
this
won a steals
Think
title,
about
right? He
his
won.
footwork.
He had the
Think
most
about
steals
his
won this
yeah,
year,
footwork.
right? Yeah, you don't get steals
he
without
won the
being.
steal. Was it
Yeah,
16?
I think it was
I think it
What?
was
16.
16. He was a
Yeah,
steal. He led the league
He
in
was a
steals.
steals
One of them.
champ.
He did lead the league in
One of those, yeah.
steals.
That's anticipating, defense, right position, right, active hands. That's a
Hmm.
part of it.
And
Yeah.
think
So
about the
yeah.
footwork even without the ball.
Mm.
He worked. You working on
Okay.
that footwork when you got to get to a certain spot. You got to know where you at without looking down at all. So that's footwork as well. So
Yeah, that is. All right. So who's after
Okay.
Steph?
All right. This player tied with Steph. It was Giannis, 20 and 21.
Mm. See, that's what. See, Brandon. See, there we go, Brandon. Right. We talked about how they like to use skill for just the aspect of fadeaways and mid range and post ups. They don't want to give the credit to the footwork that Giannis has, the dribbling ability that Giannis has,
Mhm.
his ability to finish.
Shaq.
We already know how
I
elite he is
mean,
defensively. With
That's
that, we
Shaq.
don't even have to question that.
who is the most skilled power forward than him though? Of all,
I would, I,
like who's more skilled than him?
AD.
I would say KG. KG could do a
KG.
lot. Yeah, KG could do a
He
lot
could
on the
do a lot.
basketball court. He can
I
do a
think
lot.
AD.
AD?
I guess I guess I wouldn't say he's more skilled than someone who's putting up 30
No,
and
because I don't think AD could
13
dribble. I don't think AD
because
could dribble like those two.
they can,
Could dribble
but
like
he
Giannis
can dribble
and
better
KG.
than he better than KG. What do you think? How do you think he dribble?
I
KG
I don't
dribble better
know.
than Anthony Davis?
Nah, I've seen
Yeah,
KG
no,
dribble.
he
I've seen it. I've seen it.
AD was a point guard, bro.
Anthony Davis is a point guard, and I
When?
mean, I see
When
him
he was 12?
handle the ball
When
easily
he was 12? When he was
when
12?
he was
Y'all
growing
this
up
Anthony Davis guy.
when he was
This
15.
Anthony Davis.
No,
The
Anthony
15.
Davis is a better ball handler than Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett is not that
When did
great of
he
a ball
sprout the
handler.
7 foot Brandon? When did he sprout to be a
I
seven
think it
foot
was
What he
his
wizard
was
at
junior,
that age?
16,
sophomore, junior
17, something
year.
like that.
He was a
His
point
sophomore,
guard till
junior year.
then. So he was a point guard till he was like 16. So he was a
Yeah, I
point
think
guard
his
in high
junior to
school.
senior year, I think his senior year, right, John?
Yeah, he had that big
Yeah, his
spurt.
senior year,
No, I know he
grew
had.
like
I
a
know he
foot.
had a late spurt. I remember did
It's
hear
some
that he did
after his
have a late
He
junior
spurt.
year.
literally
But
grew a foot
I'm just want to make
in a
sure.
suburb.
I just want to
Yeah,
make sure. I want to know how long he was being this point guard because we know Scotty was a point guard all the way through college and he had that one spurt late in his college,
Yeah, he had
and
that
that's
growth spurt too. Yeah.
yeah.
I
So
always say
that
one of
I
the reasons
understand.
he get
Uh
hurt
huh.
so much because he didn't know how to be tall. I always feel like that was one of the reasons he gets because he don't know how to be tall.
Yeah, he did grow too fast. He grew a lot. I
Oh,
never seen a
poor
growth. I
Anthony
haven't heard a
Davis.
growth spurt like
Poor
that
Anthony
before.
Davis become a 7 foot man in this world. Yeah, poor Anthony Davis. He couldn't handle becoming a
Yeah,
big man.
he became a first ballot Hall of Famer.
That's why
Yes.
It's
Udonis
cool.
would poke him in his eye like you a.
From the bench. All right, so these two players tied. These two players tied for the next spot. I don't agree with it at all.
Oh, damn! You
It
standing
was
next to Kobe or Mike?
Jokic.
This is. Oh my God! See.
Jokic had 2 seasons, the
Uh huh.
2025 and 23-24. So the 24-25
They ain't
and the
naming nobody in the
23-24.
1900s.
So,
Ain't nobody in the 1900s on your
but
list, Brandon. Just
all
be
right,
real.
so he tied with Jordan 87-88. I do not agree with that one.
Also, we finally got a 1900s player in the building. Michael Jordan's in here.
You don't agree with that at all?
I don't agree
1988
with that
Jordan?
one.
Hell no. 1988 Jordan was that skill.
87-88.
Athleticism throughout the
Yeah,
roof. But
that's the difference
skill,
between skill and athleticism. But
athleticism. Yeah,
Th-
yeah,
But
yeah.
but to be honest, he was more skilled than everyone at that time, by far.
Yes, I guess. Yeah, he was a lot. Not by far, but he was definitely one of the most
Yeah,
skilled players, and it's definitely in his position.
yeah. I think he was more skilled than everybody at that time. All right.
Okay, okay,
Then there's a tie, which I don't agree with this one either.
okay.
I do not agree with this one. This is kind of terrible. Jordan 96-97 tied
That's the
with
number eight.
LeBron 17-18.
Oh,
Oh, that is preposterous.
no,
That is
Come on now.
blasphemy.
no.
That is
Come on
blasphemy.
now.
That
That
is
Jordan,
is
you said
ridiculous.
Jordan
blasphemy.
96. You said Jordan what year?
96, 97, tied with LeBron 17, 18.
No.
Look, Brandon, look.
That's
They
a
don't want to
LeBron
talk.
I think should have been number one.
Look. They don't look. They want to talk stats now to validate skills. We keep see, see what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
thought it was the
See what I'm
stats.
saying?
I thought it was the stats. I thought it
The
was the stats.
stats.
That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. We talk about skills.
I thought it
And
was all the eye tests. What you
yeah,
guys don't believe our eye tests?
they don't believe the eye test. Don't believe skill level. Jordan was definitely 1987, 88. Jordan is nowhere top 10 most skilled players, unless like Brandon said, you're doing it relative to era. So
Y'all know these
I ain't doing
guys is
that.
always
I ain't
talk
doing that.
stats.
I'm
Y'all
I'm
know
not
these
doing
guys
that.
is always talk stats, and I
Yeah.
mean y'all know the reason they don't.
Bro, they need to reevaluate that 17, 18 LeBron. He's on another level. All right. Then the next level, one, two, three, four players tied. All right. It was Hakeem 94, 95, Kevin Durant 17, 18, James Harden 18, 19, and Duncan 02, 03.
Now that 03 Duncan, woo,
Yeah,
was
that was
something.
a
That was something. But there's some things that you just say, like you said with Tim Duncan, bro. We was watching film the other night.
that was peak.
Man, that was 2000. No, that was 2008 Duncan. It wasn't even really peak Duncan. That was 2000. We watched 2008 Duncan, and it was like, yo, this dude. You just knew it was barbecue chicken, like Shaq would say. Barbecue chicken didn't matter what you did, bro.
How
All
do
we
how
saw
do
was
you
playing
guys
elite
compare?
defense. Hmm.
How do you guys compare Giannis 20 to 21 versus Duncan 02 to 03? It is not a huge gap. It's 94 to 96. It's not a
Wow.
huge gap.
We can't count
Skill level,
athleticism.
not better
So yeah,
player,
yeah, exactly. No,
not
not
better
just skill
player, but
level.
skill level.
I don't know. Wow,
I think Giannis'
wow.
athleticism puts him above Duncan
And the only reason I say that is because his athleticism is necessary to do the things that he has to do on defense
for
for
his
today's
skill.
NBA. For
Hmm.
today's
But I
NBA,
think
it's
Duncan was a
required.
better defender.
Yo, no, I got you, but Duncan didn't have to do what Giannis had to do. Duncan really didn't have to do that. But yeah, Duncan's skill level, we all know his footwork, whether it was on the offensive side or the defensive side, was super elite. His IQ, his positioning, his skill level, his ability to
Do
shoot,
His nickname
do
was
dribble.
Mr.
anybody think
Fundamental.
Giannis a better defender than Duncan? No.
No,
Overall, yeah, because he can guard in the perimeter. Tim Duncan can't. But again, that's why the stats accolades matter. When the stats accolades say Tim Duncan is the greatest defender or one of the greatest defenders of all time, Giannis is not there yet. But skill
I
wise,
mean,
with all the okay, go back to the
Giannis has a
defensive skills.
defensive player of the year.
Yeah, I know. Go back to here you go. Here you go. The defensive player of the
I
year.
mean,
yeah,
What was the skill attribute again? Where you was saying it was the IQ, positioning, footwork, active
defense. Let me find it.
hands.
All right. Defensive technique, lateral quickness. That's
That's Giannis.
Giannis. Positioning. I
Duncan.
That's
mean, that could go
Giannis.
to Duncan.
I'm gonna go
That
with
could go to
Giannis.
Duncan too. He's hand activity and help defense
Duncan.
That's a tie. It's a
and the
tie.
ability to guard multiple positions.
That's Giannis. So
It's
it's 2-2. That's 2-2 on defense.
Let me see. It's one, two, three, four. It's five.
What's the fifth one again,
Lateral
man? Because
quickness,
that's Giannis.
positioning, hand
Got to get
activity,
it Duncan.
help defense, and
Okay.
ability to guard multiple positions.
So hand activity. Who has more hand activity, Giannis or Duncan?
That's about a
I say
tie, ain't it?
Giannis. So
I
there's a
think it's a
tie.
tie.
So it's 2-2-1. So then it's 2-2-1. It's just a tie all the way across the board
It's
between the
a
two
tie.
defensively.
All right. All
Post
right. Let
defense is
me.
a part of footwork. There, Viz. And all of that is a part of it. The post defense, the footwork, ability to be active hands, the positioning. That's a part of post defense. All of that, boxing out, positioning is all that.
Okay.
So
So this one should have been the number one for Jordan, 91 to 92.
that's true.
Yeah,
That's
that
probably
should
is
have
the
been.
most skilled.
That
Yeah,
should have
That
been number
probably
one.
is the
That's the
most
most
skilled
skilled
Jordan,
Jordan we've seen.
including the defensive aspects that you're talking about with the lateral quickness
yeah.
and the hand
That was peak Jordan.
activities, his ability to shoot and jump. Yeah, he was definitely a better shooter and everything as far as because he did shoot better from the 3-point land in 1990. I think it was 1990 and
I
91.
think 91, 92. He had
Those were his
just.
best 3-point shooting years, basically between 93 and 90 and 93. He had 2 years where he shot above 35%.
I think he had just started
Well,
really
he
developing
well
that mid range
in
game.
1992, in what game one I think it was when he hit those six threes. Don't they make him the best 3-point shooter of all time? He has six threes and a half.
I, what about say a second best?
At least that's what I heard.
Wait,
At least
now
that's
we
what
using
I heard.
stats
That makes
again.
him
We using
better.
stats. Now we using stats. Now we using stats.
We are using a half of basketball to say he's a better shooter than LeBron. All right. Then the next one was 20, 23, 24, Luka.
Nah, that
23,
should have been
24.
higher. That should have been higher. That should have been way higher, bro. The stuff that Luka be doing, man.
And he
I
do it
don't
with
know,
such
bro.
ease. He do it with such ease too.
But ChatGTP is using stats because they're not giving us no players that don't have great stats and no seasons that don't have no great stats. Everything the ChatGPT telling us because these are all stats. The stats are validating their skills, and every last one of these players we're talking about, every last one.
All right.
But you
So
did,
so
but
let's
no,
look, look at
but you did say their peak. You did say their peak, so it would gravitate to the best
yeah.
numbers as well. So, all right, yeah, go ahead, continue.
All right. So let's look at ball handling. That's not an issue. Shooting. He Luka's not that efficient as a shooter as most scorers are.
Because he takes a lot more threes.
I
All
know.
those guys like Kevin Durant,
They
Stephen
take a
Curry,
lot of deep.
they're
But
not gonna
they
be
but
really
they
shoot.
they shoot
They're
high percentage. But they
He
shoot
but
high
they
percentage.
he
yeah.
takes a lot of off the dribble threes and not
But don't he
spot up
shoot like
threes.
Yeah.
47% on
Luka
average?
shoots a lot of bad shots. Yeah, but they most of like all of them like at least 40% from the 3-point line are over 50% from the field. Luka's none of that. So that's the only thing I could say that could take a hit is his being like of all the players, he's probably the lowest on the efficiency level of shooting
I mean,
that we mentioned.
he does have great footwork when he dribbles, but I don't think he has great footwork when he
You get
shoots.
yeah, he has the passing ability, passing and vision. He
Yes.
has that.
You
His
say you
Yes.
don't think
footwork,
he got good
he has to
footwork
have
for
great footwork if he gets all these defensive rebounds and getting to the basket. He has to have great footwork.
he got great footwork.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
was saying he had.
you're
I
not
was
gonna
just saying.
average.
I was
Yeah,
just talking about his footwork and jump shooting. When you see him shoot the ball, he's usually off balance. He's never really like he's just.
he takes a lot of bad
But he's
shots,
but he's super
and he
skilled.
makes a
He's
lot of
still
bad
super
shots.
skilled.
He
Yeah,
makes
he
a lot
does.
of bad shots, just like Kobe.
Yeah, yeah.
Defensive technique,
And
which
Curry takes a lot of bad
he's
shots against him
probably
as well. And Damon Lillard. There's some guys.
defensive technique is probably the one that takes the biggest hit.
Because he don't
Obviously.
know angles.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not. Well, he's not quick
I
enough to
don't
get
think he
angles.
don't know it. I
He's
just
just
think
not quick enough.
he don't
He's
put
just
in
not
the
quick enough.
effort to actually try. He probably
Say,
can if he
maybe
tried.
that's probably what it make it look like he don't understand angle because he don't try it. Because it look like he don't understand angle because I think some of the things he can do, it makes it like he don't understand angles. Because you ain't got to
That
be,
Pretty sure he
that's
does.
the
you don't have
that's
to
the
be
IQ
Jalen
part.
Brown.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
IQ
it's
part.
it's hard to score 35 and take that charge. Let's let somebody else do it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair. Hey,
Let's just let
Yeah.
somebody else
And
do
not
it.
only that, man,
hey,
it's hard to stand in front of Darren Fox one night, then the next night Jalen Brunson,
Yeah,
then the next night, then the next night Russell
hey,
Westbrook, then the next night Jamal Murray, then the
I
next night
mean,
you're gonna make
it
I want
was.
Lamar,
you.
Lamelo
I mean,
Ball. Like,
I
come
want
on,
y'all
man,
to
it's like it's
know.
hard.
I want y'all to know taking a
I
charge
mean,
hurt. I just want y'all to know that taking a charge hurts.
That's why
Okay.
the Lakers had to do something
I
about getting
mean,
him a perimeter. Yeah, it does hurt. Exactly, it does hurt. You got
yeah,
the perimeter
he needs to
defenders.
be doing the Magic and LeBron guarding a small forward or something. He don't need to be guarding guards. He can't guard him in the first place.
No, you can't. I put the
All
link
right,
up for
and
y'all who
then
want to join. Hmm.
all right, so let's go ahead and go back to the list. This is
Yeah, go back.
actually a pretty fun list, to be honest with you.
What number? What
All
number you
right,
at right now? What number you at?
I don't know. Let me see.
He said, "Hold on.
One,
This is fun.
two,
This is
three,
great.
four, five, six,
Y'all
seven,
make sure to
eight,
subscribe
nine,
and
10,
like.
11, 12, 13, 14,
Yeah,
15, 16, 17 of the
yeah.
17 seasons. All right, so the next one is Shea, 24, 25, which we know he should be in the top 20. So he's number 18. Shea was
Okay.
extremely skilled. And then the
Shay's up
last
there.
About his
Shay's up
defense
there.
more.
Shay,
19
even on
and
defense.
20 is Kobe Bryant. It's Kobe Bryant 02,
Oh, 8.
03, and then the last one is
Oh.
09, 10.
Oh
All right,
two, oh three is the
which
most.
Kobe do you think was more skilled, Brandon? The 02, 03 Kobe or the 07, 08 Kobe?
Oh two. I mean, I'm on 02, 03.
I'm gonna go with the 06, 07 Kobe.
The 06, I was thinking more 07, 08. I think after Phil came back and him and Phil got together, I think he really the IQ aspect of his game got a lot better.
Did Phil come back
He did.
in 06 or was it 07?
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. I think Phil did come back in 06 because they were in the playoffs with him. That's the year he won the scoring title, right? He won the scoring titles in 05, 06.
Yeah,
Right?
that's the year he scored 81 points and was scoring like 60 in 3 quarters.
Okay. All right. So maybe that Kobe was super skilled. Yeah. Okay. I won't discredit Kobe.
I think his IQ had picked up at that time. So
That's what I'm saying. I think when Phil came back after having those discussions, things got a lot more, IQ wise, and like you're saying, him understanding how to do his stuff a lot better. Like I was saying, like how he got cleaner with his game. He understood now. Okay, yeah, I can do a lot, but now I'm gonna harness, like you said, with the IQ aspect of it and understanding my position
that's
and what I
what he
can
learned.
do.
So what you just said,
Better
Yeah,
passer, everything, better rebounder, all that. He became
being a better
all that.
teammate helped him. Yeah.
oh, you just said he was a system player. That's what you just said.
I mean, he only prevailed in the triangle.
Well,
You
you
had
have
you
two
had to have
options.
a system.
You have two options. It's either you be a system player or you be the system. And we only know there's only one player that could be the system. Without a doubt.
I mean, there's players who could be the system, but the only one who could win be in the system.
That's true.
So do y'all agree with T Mac and Gil that said that if the Kobe would have played, if Bron played in a triangle, that he would have be the undisputed GOAT, or do y'all believe he was good at where he was, being the system that he was?
I mean, should be the undisputed GOAT in the first place, and the only reason those players won in the triangle because they had the best team. If you get LeBron the best team, he doesn't need a triangle offense.
I mean, LeBron has had a ton of talent. Like we can go down that rabbit hole, but LeBron has had a ton of
Yeah,
talent.
ton of talent, but
Yeah.
no one. I mean, they all had
He
talent.
played versus
We said the best
a
team.
bunch of talents. He played versus a bunch of good talent as well. That's the whole point.
Sometimes you
We
have
said
to
the best
earn the
team.
best team.
He's playing versus
Sometimes
better
you have
team.
to earn the best team. It's not granted.
How do you earn
How
the
do you
best
earn
team?
the best team?
How do you earn the
You
best
know
team?
how you do. You take what's given, and then you maximize everybody. Because a guy like Paxson,
That's why he
Cartwright,
been.
That's not how you earn a team. That's not how you earn a team, sir.
Really?
You can't say like the
because
8th or 9th man on the bench.
player maximizes 12 other guys.
It's not about the play. See,
You heard Sharon Wright tell you that some of these guys don't even get along. You heard Scottie Pippen say him and Jordan never even ate dinner together. So so that means none of that
It's a
has anything
business,
to
right?
do with earning. No,
See,
because
this
that
is
means
what-
you can
but
do
this
it
is
with
what I
any
mean.
time. You can do it anytime. You can't. It can't be something that happens once and say, "Well, this is guaranteed because I was able to make it happen." Jordan didn't make the Bulls the best team. Jerry Krause did.
analyze the game too hard.
I didn't even say Jordan. There's a lot of pieces involved. Reinsdorf, Krause, the
Exactly.
practice, the coaching. So wait.
Exactly.
What we do, here's the problem. We try to give one person too much credit and one person too much blame.
Bro, the problem is you came up here
Well,
to possess the Jeffrey logic.
well,
no one
you
cares
say-
about
No.
credit.
I like I always do. I come up to have a conversation, and y'all started
the
leading.
conversation's about skill. The conversation's about skill.
Y'all said about
Ro, I have a question for you.
wow. Off the bat.
Ro, I have a question. I have a question for you. Just to kill this narrative that you have to earn the best team by maximizing the players around you. So did LeBron not maximize in 2007, and Jordan couldn't maximize until he got his Hall of Fame coach and his Robin and Scottie Pippen?
Okay. How did he maximize Larry Hughes? Did he? See, here's the problem. I'm
Yes,
not putting
in
it all on
2007.
LeBron.
Yes, he maximized them. Yes,
He
he
got to 10
maximized.
finals. Apparently, he maximizing a lot.
He maximized them. Boogie Gibson, all of those guys, maximized them.
your
And,
team to the final
Jordan
is
won with
how you
with
maximize
slowing
your
down
team.
Cartwright 3 times. Come on, guys. See, this is what I'm saying.
Hold
I
on,
Y'all,
no,
mean,
no,
y'all.
bro.
Bill Cartwright was
Hold
like
on,
the
hold on,
sixth
hold
or
on. What we're
seventh
not
best
going to
Go
player.
ahead,
do,
King.
what we're not going to do, what we're not going to
What
do
you're
is
gonna
get away
do
from
is
the
tell me what
logic
my
you
argument
just
is.
out.
Hey,
You
hey,
sat here and
hey,
said,
hey, Quiver,
you sat here and
let
said
the
you have to
dude talk.
maximize your play. LeBron maximized his teams and got them to the finals 10 times. You downplay it. Jordan was only able to do it 6 times. He couldn't maximize his talent in the 80s to get past the
Question,
Pistons
question, 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 question.
or the
Could Big
Celtics.
Z have hold on? If he maximized it, could Big Z have gotten more than 9 points a game in the finals?
Got him to the finals.
No, he
Could
couldn't
Big
have.
Z have
Cause Big
gotten
Z,
nine
cause
Twice.
more than nine
no,
points a game?
cause Big Z's
Twice.
not good
Okay,
enough.
okay, okay.
He's
You
not good
realize in
enough to
game
score
four?
that on
Hold
Tim
on, hold
Hold
on.
on,
Duncan.
hold on.
He's not
Okay,
a
I'm
he,
okay,
trying to
cool,
see
cool,
Tim.
cool.
Row. Listen, Row.
did
He's
Bill
not good
Cartwright
enough to do that versus
that
Tim
he
Duncan. That's
maximized talent.
it.
But you know what he was good enough to do, Ajani?
Bill,
Him and Gooden alone out rebounded the entire Spurs starting five in game
No, they
four.
didn't.
That-
No, they
They
didn't.
did?
Row.
They did?
Row.
Wow.
The Spurs did not get out rebounded by the Cavs. We went through this already. The Spurs shot better than
I'm talking about the two guys.
and what does that have to do with? You said 9 points. You know what, bro? If you're not gonna
all
hold
right,
this conversation, we're not gonna argue with you today, bro. We're not having this problem today,
See,
bro.
I didn't come
Stop,
up to
man.
argue.
all
Damn.
right, all
A
right, all
question
right,
was
all right.
asked of
So
me.
he's saying that LeBron could not maximize Big Z, but he brought up Bill
Say that.
Cartwright, who averaged like 5 points a game with Jordan. Like, what are you
I
talking
just
about?
don't get
But
this
I brought up
this
Bill
idea
Cartwright and
of earning
he won
and
despite that.
maximizing the players around you. Hold on, Ro. I don't understand the logic of you sitting here saying maximizing the players around you when literally they put spare parts around LeBron James early in his career. He maximized them enough to get to the finals. Jordan could never do that, especially early in his
Can I
career.
ask the question to it, man?
He
Can I ask you a
couldn't even
question?
turn it into
Hold
a
on, hold on.
500
He
team.
got a. Can I say something? He got a lot of questions, and then none of these have all related to the
First of all,
topic of
y'all
the
asked me
show.
questions and let me
No,
answer.
no, it's my fault. I'm gonna be honest. No, no, I'm not gonna even let bro get blamed for it. This time it's my fault. I did it. I derailed the
Yeah, no, I
conversation.
don't know
They asked
why.
me a
I don't
question
understand
and I didn't
this.
get a
No,
chance
the
to
question
answer.
is the question is why does GPT think that 1988 Jordan is more skilled than 1991 Jordan?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Great.
listen to these
Let's move
algorithms.
to somebody else who has actual basketball knowledge, not you. So let's move on
Yeah.
to Juan Boy. Go ahead, Juan Boy. What do you got to say, Juan Boy?
Oh, the
Well,
shock jock stuff come out, bro.
relative to Jordan in '91 and '98. Is that what you asked me
Oh,
about?
colleague.
No. It's your turn to speak, Juan Boy. Talk about the discussion, not
Okay,
Ro's inability to
okay.
talk basketball.
Now, it gets. I think it gets tricky because there's not. If you're talking about skill as far as both sides of the ball, then some of the guys that I consider to be top five as far as skill, there's more leading to the offensive side. You know what I mean? Like as far as offensive, the most skilled players I've seen have been LeBron, Joker. Uh, I gotta say James Harden. Uh,
Giannis.
no, this is my top five, fam. Chill.
No
Damn.
how.
You don't know? Yeah, fam. Damn. Giannis, Joker. No. I said Braun, Joker, Harden. Um, shit. KD and damn. I I really I don't know. I don't know why I want to say Chris Paul so bad.
Say it, bro.
That's an excellent pick.
Yeah. I'll say Chris. I'll say Chris Paul.
You sure about that?
That's it.
Yes.
Are you sure you want to stick with Lloyd Vaught being a better mid range shooter than Kevin Durant?
That's what the numbers say. I
Can I
mean,
get my top
y'all
five?
can throw every
Get
old
my top
take
five
I've
best
ever
skilled.
made.
Yeah, let's go
I'm
ahead,
gonna
two
get.
man. Shout
Can I
out to
get my
two
top
man.
five best skilled
Yeah,
players? I
yeah.
want to do it
Best
by
skill players.
position. So
Okay.
I'm gonna do it by position, if y'all don't mind.
One player per position.
All right. So I think at point guard, that's hard because I want to say John Stockton, but Chris Paul has just been ridiculous. Because Chris Paul can give you like everything you need. He's in his heyday, his defense was just ridiculous. The way he could facilitate the offense, he could do it all. So for me, Chris Paul at the 2, that's going to be tough.
Chris Paul number 1 all time in steals.
That's going to be tough. But if I want to be fair, and I know this is going to shock Ajani when I say this name, but I'm gonna have to give it to Kobe.
I was just gonna say Kobe.
I'm gonna have to give it to Kobe.
It's a shock to me because you put Kobe in any top 5 list.
Two men been doing film study. I'm trying to tell you.
Wow,
I'm gonna have to give it to Kobe.
Wild boy was on point for film study.
Number 3, I don't even have to tell you who the 3 is. We already know who the 3 is. Like that's ridiculous. Let's move on.
Let's just go ahead and move on from that. Yeah, move on.
So the 4. Now this is where the 4 gets interesting because we've had so many great power forwards in the league: Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett. It's insane.
Yeah, dirt.
But if I have to pick one, it's gonna be Timmy. The way he was a defensive anchor for 20 years, he could facilitate the offense. He could facilitate when needed. Excellent rebounder. And he can put up buckets. So Tim Duncan's going to be my 4, and the 5 is also hard because you have Bill Russell, who is a defensive juggernaut, but then you have players like Wilt who could play defense and give you buckets. Kareem, who can play defense and give you buckets. I mean, it's tough. It's tough. But if I'm gonna have to pick one, I'm going with Kareem. I'm going with Kareem.
Sounds like you're using stats to determine these skills.
No. I'm looking at the what it is for me for the stats. I'm looking at how their skill sets affected their stats. That's what I'm going by. I know it looks like I'm leaning on the stats, but no, they were so ridiculously skilled, and I'm talking about how it can translate. Like these players, in my opinion, can translate through any era, through any rule changes, through anything. That's what I'm also going by their skill set. So I think those 5 players can play in any era and can be just as productive.
I think he got a bias by saying Kareem.
And quick question.
There is no bias when Twin Man said Kobe top 5 and something. There's no bias. It's just Twin Man being Twin Man out of this. This is great for you, Twin Man.
He had to
shout out to Twin Man.
I don't hate Kobe Bryant. It's just I feel like people overrate his career.
Yeah, that's it.
You hate it. You hate him because he's from Philly.
But quick question: why is it the rings? Why you have Duncan over Giannis for the power forward?
No, I think Duncan is more skilled than Giannis. I think he's more skilled than Giannis. That's why. I think when it comes to facility, I think when it comes to now, if we're talking about being able to finish at the rim, if we're talking about specific skill sets, you're gonna give it to Giannis. But I'm talking about an all-around player. Tim Duncan is a better all-around player than Giannis. I'm sorry, he just is.
I don't know about that. Now when we talk about skill.
Because I think Giannis is just his athleticism is it makes his like.
I just think
you know how hard it is for him to be running full speed, stop on the dime, Euro step, spin move, and he does this with fluidity.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but we're talking about all that's really in transition. I'm talking about Tim Duncan. He can get out on the break. He can facilitate in the half court. He's going to be able to do a lot more, in my opinion, more than Giannis. Skill wise, he's a better shooter than Giannis. I think footwork is pretty close. It's not just Giannis going away.
Giannis better 3-point shooter.
Duncan played most of his career as center, and we talk about him as a power forward. It's crazy.
And I think Giannis can actually run on offense too, because
Giannis cannot facilitate an offense, man.
I mean, not facilitate to the point like LeBron, but as far as like bringing up the ball, setting up plays.
So hold on, who said that's cap?
I think B. Lee said that. I know that voice.
Giannis,
that's the voice of the devil.
So B. Lee, if it comes down to getting the right pass, you think Giannis is going to make the right pass more often than not than Tim Duncan?
Yes.
Giannis.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Hell no.
Yes.
Hell no.
Giannis is a
Yes,
good
Giannis is
passer.
an elite passer for a power
Yeah,
forward.
he had what he averaged like 5, 6
No,
assists a game.
I don't think
Yes.
he could run the offense the whole game effectively,
Yeah,
but
he's
he
not.
could do
Yeah,
it
because
better
he's
than
the
Tim
yeah,
Duncan.
because he's the
I
Yeah,
don't
ball
I
think
mean
so,
handler on
bro.
defense.
he can pick his spots. He could definitely pick his spots and be successful like he did his whole most of his
Curry
career.
mostly plays
We
down
seen
low.
that. We seen that in the
He has the
2021
ball at the top of
finals
the key all the time.
all the time.
Giannis is like
Nah,
a
man.
stretch almost.
I agree with Twin Man. I
Oh,
think Tim Duncan at center used to play a lot of high posts
Yeah, but
at
Giannis
center.
could go, yeah, but Giannis could play. Giannis could play the three. You know what I'm saying? In certain situations,
I
he
agree
could
with
play the
that.
five if he played for a
I
small
I
forward.
agree
mean,
with
Giannis averaged as much assists as Steph Curry. I mean,
that's that's not saying.
he's averaged
That
like 6 assists a game as a
that's what
power
I'm
Yeah, but
saying.
forward while
but
scoring
that's
30.
That's
good.
a yeah,
He's
amazing.
a very
That's
That's good.
elite for power forward, bro. It's elite power
I
forward.
mean,
That is elite
Dame
for a
gotta
power forward.
average about
Michael.
6 assists, don't he?
We
See how
Yeah,
many
hey,
assists
but
Dame
wait,
would
wait,
have.
but you see, but
about
wait,
power
but y'all
forward and
see,
center.
but hold on, but y'all see how quick the stats shut it all up. Like the stats are all we need to know, bro. Like
Yeah,
it
like
really,
Chris Webber.
it's really
But
does, bro. It
I'm
really
sorry, I'm
does.
still taking Tim Duncan. I think Tim Duncan, it's
Uh-huh.
not Tim Duncan by a mile. I don't want y'all to think I'm sitting here saying like Tim Duncan is like way better than Giannis.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think it's
I
extremely
mean,
close, but
yeah.
I'm
It's
taking
very
Tim
close.
Duncan.
I
It's
agree
very
with you,
I
close.
mean,
Twin
a
Man.
better player, that's Duncan. The better player, that's Duncan. We're
Yeah,
just
but it's
talking
not.
And
about
that's
like
and that's
But it's
based
not
off
a.
intelligence
their
or who could do
skill.
more on the court.
Duncan, incredible touch around
Yeah,
the rim. I mean,
it's
again, like
close.
Tim Duncan,
It's,
if you want to model a big man, a power forward, or a center, I would love to model my big man around with model him after either Jokic or Tim Duncan. But if I had to choose between the
yeah,
two, Tim Duncan, just because of
not,
his defensive excellence.
But even more
nothing wrong with
though,
that.
and I like what you said about Duncan and Joker because off outside of the on and off the court, I just love their humility.
Hold on. Let's give a shout
Hey,
out to Chill Town Hoops. Peace and blessings, brother. Thank you for joining us this Sunday afternoon. Y'all know what to
What's
do,
up,
man. Hit that
Showtime?
like
Yeah,
button.
what's up?
Hit that subscribe button. We talking
What up,
skills.
Chilltown?
Supposedly y'all said we can't talk nothing but stats and accolades. Let's go, James
Nah,
Kingdom.
we just talking about skill.
We talking basketball and skills here today, and we're gonna see how many of y'all can do that. So let's let Ace Boogie in so that Blue Boat can get his take in. We also got Mac Def in the building. So let's go ahead, Ace Boogie. What is your take? We talking about the most skilled players ever. What do you consider skill, and how you define your top 5 skilled players?
What's going on, man? First off, where'd y'all get the list from? Like, did y'all get it from a certain site, or was it?
No, we just naming our top five, yo. Just off the top of your head, who you think are the most five most skilled players in the
Well, no. What list you
NBA?
talking about? The list that Brandon read off to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, the list that Brandon read
Chat
off is through
GPT.
Chat GPT.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
when
Goat
it comes
James
to,
Kingdom Chat GPT, not Lamont's Chat GPT, which hate on Kobe.
I think when it comes to the skills, it depends on the positions of the players, also. What the players do. Like, I think I could name my list. Like, I could go from center to point guard. At the 5, I will put Hakeem Olajuwon because of
Okay.
his post up play, back to the basket play, his defensive prowess. He was a monster on both sides of the ball. The 4, I would have to put Kevin Garnett. Same thing as Hakeem. You know, the beast. He can shoot the basket. He's a mid range monster. He was a beast. Back to the basket. He can put the ball on the floor and get to the basket. At the 3, I would have to put Kevin Durant. You know, he can shoot from anywhere in the court. Post up monster, left shoulder, right shoulder. Uh, left handed score, right handed score. And he can play defense as well. At the 2, I would have to put Michael Jordan. I put Michael Jordan at the 2 because he was the most complete and fundamentally sound player on both sides of the ball. And at the one, I'm gonna have to put I'll put Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving at the 1. Just because for a guard with the handles he has, he can also post up players as well. And he also knows how to use his mid range and his ball handling skills to get to angles in the court. But
I have a
Ace, can I
question.
ask
I
you?
have a question. So
Kyrie
is skills
Irving?
to you basically offensive? thing to you? Is
So
the
what?
skill just all offense to you? Skill, is it all
No,
offense to you
you heard me
when you
name.
talk about
You
skill?
heard me
Only
name
for
like
Kyrie and KD. Only
the
for
only
Kyrie
person
and
that was
KD.
mostly was Kyrie Irving. Was Kyrie Irving. That's the only offensive-minded person you heard me name.
You got a
Everybody
bad
else
mic.
plays
You
defense
got
on
a.
both sides of the ball.
Oh, that was Juan
Said
boy's mic.
Kyrie Irving plays
You hear me?
defense on both sides. I mean, he plays
We can
both
hear you.
sides of the ball.
No, he doesn't.
Kyrie plays both
No, I
sides of
was
the ball.
saying
You
that
said.
Kyrie on my list. No, I was saying on my list, Kyrie Irving is probably
The
the only
fact that
one
the fact
who's
that you put
more offensive
Jordan
minded.
over Kobe, that's the most disrespect. Putting Jordan
Especially
over
when you
Kobe.
talk about skill.
That's
Skills.
disrespectful.
How's that
That's
disrespectful?
Yeah.
disrespectful. That's
Skill wise,
disrespectful.
because we're talking skills. Kobe's
This
way much more
Oh,
skilled than
skills,
Michael
bro. We
Jordan.
talking about skills.
Yes, Kobe's more skilled than Michael Jordan.
That's a fact.
Just his ability to be
And
able to go
basketball.
left consistently.
That's fucked up.
That's
Talking
a
about
fact.
on both sides. Talking about on both sides
Kobe
of the
is way
ball.
more skilled than Michael Jordan. We just talking
He
about
more
on
Yeah,
both
He was
skilled.
a,
sides
he
of the
was
he's a
a
ball.
better
better
ball
on ball
handler than
defender.
Jordan.
Hold on.
He was a
I'm
better
stuck on.
on
He
ball
said
defender.
Kyrie Irving over people like Stockton or Chris Paul.
Stockton
Yeah,
not
of
more.
course. That's crazy.
Stockton not more skilled than Kyrie. Better stop it.
He's probably just
Nah,
Skill,
better.
he's.
He better
Look, I
defensively
would.
though.
skill dribbling.
I would sit here and say you can definitely put Stockton over Kyrie Irving,
Kyrie,
but
yeah.
if we're talking strictly offense, now if we're talking offensive skill,
You
I'm
might not
taking
put
Kyrie. But since we're talking about basketball in general, it's Stockton all day, and it's because of his defense he's gonna be over. He's gonna be over Kyrie Irving.
I'm
Chris
taking
Paul is just an all around better point
player
guard
than
than
both.
Kyrie Irving. People
Uh,
forget how
Ace, let me
good
ask you a
He
prime
question.
better than
Chris Paul
Stockton.
was.
He better than Stockton
But
too,
they're
man.
talking. He's talking
I get,
about Kyrie scoring wise. Kyrie's a better scorer than Chris Paul. That's why he believes he's a more skilled player than Chris Paul.
Ace.
People forget how good on the offensive side of the ball. We're talking about a mid-range wizard. Chris Paul was a mid-range wizard.
Absolutely. Coming off that screen, hitting him with the sham god.
You
Off
had to
the
stay
pick and
attached to Chris
roll.
Paul. If you didn't, you go over a screen if you want. It's a bucket.
And
And
he
his
got
ability
the
to facilitate the offense, his defensive prowess. Forget about it. Chris Paul, honestly, dude, he's the point guard for a reason.
and he got a top 5 handle of all time, arguably. He got
Ace.
the ball on a string. Right hand, left
Ace, you
hand, in
still
and
there?
out, crossover.
He don't got it over Kyrie.
Ace.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
not
mean,
bad.
that's
That's not a
that's
bad
his
list
list.
though.
That's
That's
not
not
a
a
That's
bad
bad
his
list.
shot.
list. Yes. I mean,
Go ahead,
Hakeem.
John.
This
That's
ain't crazy. I just
he's
disagree with
very
a couple of
skilled.
them.
Hold
Then
on.
Hakeem's
John
very
want to ask you
skilled.
something though.
Kevin Garnett very skilled. He
Ace,
said
can I ask you a question?
Kevin Durant.
Yo,
Hakeem,
what's up?
yeah.
Go ahead, John.
What do you like about Kyrie Irving that you like more than somebody like Chauncey Billups?
Man, he asked me about my most skilled player, man. Kyrie Irving. To me, Kyrie Irving reminds me of like a little Kobe Bryant, though, man. The way his mid-range game, man, he's a small guard, but he can post you up also. He can put you in the post. He has impeccable footwork. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie Irving got one of the best footwork in the game. Am I lying?
he
No,
That's
won the
why I
most.
asked you,
but
what do you
Kyrie.
like
why you
more
should
His
have
than
handle,
Kobe.
somebody
his
like
handles
Chauncey
is a
No,
Billups?
part of
no,
his
no, no,
footwork
no.
though.
That's why you should have
Oh
Kobe
wait,
as the
why
two
y'all
guard.
jumped on man? Let the man say his zestiness, man. Leave the man alone, man. Let's move on to Blue Boat, man.
He
Please,
just
man.
mad
You gotta
because
leave him alone,
I
man.
didn't mention LeBron. That's why.
No,
He just mad because I
nobody's
didn't
not.
and
mention LeBron.
Nobody.
Hakeem
No. Oh wait. No.
Olajuwon
Oh
over
wait.
Wilt
Oh
Chamberlain.
wait. Oh wait. Stop. Nobody here mentioned LeBron but you just now, Ace Boogie.
Yeah,
Not one
nobody said
person here
nothing
said
about
anything about
Bron.
LeBron James. Not
I
one.
said something
But
about
you.
Kobe.
Not one.
Hey,
So let's
you
move
over
on.
here
Let's
talking
move on to
to
Blue. Let's move on to Blue Boat because Blue Boat's been patient. So Blue Boat, we talking basketball skills. What's your top 5 most skilled basketball players of all time?
Salute Blue Bolt, man.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? Salute to the panel. I want to make a point after I say that. Yeah, that's kind of tough. I mean, I haven't really thought about it because a skill is like something that's like an attribute that a certain player is strong at. You know what I mean? Because like certain things, a certain player excels at certain stuff better than they do like that next skill set they have. Let's say, for instance, like Magic Johnson. You know what I mean? He was like an elite passer, the elite of the elite. But a guy like Steph Curry or somebody like that, he's the greatest three-point shooter of all time, right? So that's a certain skill set where one excels over the other. I mean, not saying that they can't do a certain skill set, but a certain skill set with a certain player, that's their strong suit over a little bit something else. Not to say that a lot of players are complete, but you know, a lot of players, you know, have a certain set of skills to where they excel at a little bit better than the next skill set. So, you know, I mean, what's up? Who said that?
Howdy, I don't talk when the Lord is talking. Keep going, Blue Boat.
No, I'm just saying. Certain players excel at a certain skill than other players. You know what I mean? It's like the next person might be elite at scoring, but they might be elite at defense. They might be elite at rebounding. They might be elite at shot blocking. You know, they might be elite at stealing the basketball defense, like I said. You know, so as far as my top five, man. Now this it might be like it's. To be honest, I really haven't thought of a top five most skill because, like I said, everybody has a certain skill set that they excel at. But if I had to choose point guard, I might have to go with even though they're not better than this guy's not better than Magic.
Well, hold on, Blue Boat, hold on. You don't have to do by position. That was Twin Man's Twisted Mind who did that. Just top five, not by position. That's Twin Man always trying to add some extra spice into this. We ain't asking no curry chicken.
Well,
give us the truth.
Hakeem,
top five overall.
Hakeem, tied between Kevin McHale and Tim Duncan. Tied between LeBron, of course, Jordan. Did I mention point guard or no?
No.
To be honest, I may have to go with Magic Johnson, but Chris Paul is an honorable mention. Chris Paul and Jason Kidd could be honorable mentions, right after Magic for me.
I ain't mad at you.
I don't know how y'all keep picking these 1900 players. I don't understand how all these 1900 players.
Come on, man. Magic revolutionized the game, bro. He revolutionized the game. You can't deny that. You know what I mean? You really can't deny that.
The 2000s revolutionized the game. There's so many.
You ain't lying. They did for sure. Especially like Kobe. He kind of revolutionized some things. You know, as far as the shooting guard, you know what I mean? But Mike was just so much fundamentally sound, man. You can't deny it. You know what I mean? It's, as far as like the mid-range, how he developed later on in his career, the mid-range, how we expanded his game, go with his complete athleticism and all that shit. Right?
Y'all do no jumping. Y'all do no jumping from one side of the baseline, going underneath the basket, and just shooting up the ball with some weird shot. It's not fundamental, right? You guys do understand that, right?
Yeah. But I'm just talking about.
I'm just saying, y'all be giving Jordan credit. Jordan was not fundamental, man. He was smart because he was playing against his fans. He's playing against his fans.
I know, right.
Some time out.
I'm just saying, like the thing y'all say. Okay, he got into the post game, right? The post game was what he did late in his career, but early in his career, his whole thing was getting to the basket, jumping up and leaping. Again, they had to create
right.
His dribbling skills was questionable. But for his era, it was still good enough. Again, if y'all, Brandon did that. Brandon said y'all can do relative to era. Like I said, from.
Well, nobody said no. I would never say Mike was this elite elite dribbler like somebody like a Tim Hardaway or maybe Isaiah Thomas. No, that wasn't his strong suit. He was just uber athletic and so much better than anybody else.
But that's what I'm saying. When we look at today's players, they can dribble, shoot,
stuff to his game later on.
Exactly. We see.
And today's era is a combination of what happened the previous decades. If you
That,
ask me,
but that's why these players are most skilled. That's what I'm saying. That's why you have to. And this is when we saying most skilled. That's why I don't like the most skilled conversation because we're really
to
talking
be
about what
honest,
we're
I don't
supposed to
either.
talk about. Yeah,
I can't get in that conversation either, man. Because
yeah,
it's like,
because
how
you have to discredit because you have to knock the players of the past. We just have to. I'm not as skilled as any kid
how do you
that's 20
define the
years
most
old.
skilled?
The
How do you
skill of
define the most
basketball,
skilled?
dribbling, shooting, rebounding, positioning. The players today are just
Right, right,
better.
right. But people can like twist a certain thing to make it seem
We
like
don't twist.
this
Nah,
player
we
is
don't want to
better than that
twist.
player.
Nah,
Right,
that's what
right.
you're
That's
doing with
what
Jordan.
that's
That's
what
what you're
I'm
doing
saying.
with Jordan. Twisted it to make Jordan seem like he was the most fundamental. No, Jordan was just dominant in his era.
No, I didn't say it was his most fundamental. I just said, he got fundamentally
No
sound.
fundamental.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah,
I'm not
bro.
saying he was just.
No
You
fundamentals,
don't
bro.
think
I
so?
don't care what. No, bro. No.
Not like that.
No. No. Taking 35
Well,
shots
that's
is not
great.
fundamental. It's not 35 shots is not fundamental basketball. It's not fundamental.
It's hard to take 30, 35 shots. Too much you know that.
Yo,
That's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah,
I think they
I haven't seen a player that's taking 35 shots and be successful at the same time. That's a lot of goddamn shots.
20
I ain't
shots
gonna
is
lie,
a
that's a
lot of
lot of
shots.
goddamn shots. 35, but yeah, you'll be tired at the end of the game, damn near.
Nah, I'm just saying. I just think that, like I said, man, that the skill conversation, that's when it becomes more on the eye
But
test. But I think,
one more thing I wanna mention, man. Right? I got this one dude on social media on this YouTube platform. You know what I mean? He's of the Pandemic TV, Too Crawford TV, PCP steroids and fitness rants, all those guys elk. This guy, he's on my ass because, I said LeBron is like maybe top 3, top 2. But he's saying that any guy who celebrates LeBron's greatness is a quitter, is a loser, all that stuff. I want to get reactions. I want everybody's reactions to this statement. Everybody who's a LeBron, who's a fan of LeBron, is a loser in life. They ain't no man. They got no heart. They're cowards. This guy by the name of Big Dave TV, Mr. Tooth Hurst, he been on my ass like over the past couple of days over a post I made about his ass a year ago, calling out his BS. And now he calls himself calling out every panel who celebrates LeBron. Everybody from FYF to Bang to me. He thinks I'm a so-called LeBron guy that has much to go. But he said anybody who likes LeBron are a bunch of cowards and losers and they haven't accomplished nothing in life. I'm talking to all you guys on the panel. What do you think of that bullshit?
well, no, we're not gonna get into that deep conversation. All you got to do is mention Goat James Kingdom, Ajani the Exposer, or Brandon, and he will shut up about LeBron fans. They won't come over here. They won't invite us over there. And I'll be honest with you, Blue Boat, welcome to being a LeBron fan. Because if you are a LeBron fan, we've heard worse. We've heard it all. That's all we hear. That's all we
That's
hear.
great.
That's all we hear. That's all we hear. That's all we hear.
Hey, John.
It's nothing new. It's nothing new from nobody else. But
Check it out.
let's let
Check it
Mac
out,
Death
though.
in. Huh?
I already got the. I got LeBron second, and they still come at my neck.
No,
That's crazy.
they don't. Yeah, again, they don't care about Jordan. They only care about LeBron. So again, LeBron is the most hated individual that you're going to talk about in sports. And if you try to praise LeBron, you're going to meet a bunch of those guys. They're not new. There's a reason why those guys have a following and they do what they do because there's a lot of people who feel that like that. Again, I told you a lot of these guys were in special ed. They never were. They were never. They were never announced to us to the world. Yeah, they got released to the world, and we don't know who these people are, and they pop up with YouTube.
They never
channels.
graduated. And these cats don't even got GEDs out there.
No, they graduated. And listen, if you didn't graduate in special ed, that's even worse. But I'm going to give them the credit of graduating high school with special ed. So, but let's move to the next individual because we want to talk more about that. We appreciate you, Blue Boat. Y'all know who that is. That's Blue Boat. No, it's not you, SFM. It's Mac Def turn. Shout out to Mac Def in the building. Peace and blessings.
What Mac Def at?
So Curry to go, man.
These dudes be coming up again. Y'all never be prepared. Y'all never have an avatar, no nothing. Just different names, everything. But I know it's Mac Def. But shout out to Mac Def. What's good?
So skill, I mean, I just put it in dribble, pass, shoot category, and then how great you are at those attributes. So then you go with shot creation and all that. My top five would probably be Kobe. I think he the most skilled by far than everybody. I think he separated himself. Kobe, Bird, Curry. Um, I'll put LeBron fourth. But then it gets tricky between Hakeem and Kevin Garnett. I would take KG because I think he the better passer, got handles and can guard all five positions. So those would be my top five skilled players up there.
So, but you said it was predicated on just shooting, dribbling, passing, and shot
Yeah,
creation.
I
You
mean
like
dribble, pass, shoot is the main the core of that. When you start going to defense and everything else, a guy can be great on defense, but he might not have the all the tools skill set offensively. So Akeem is great. Akeem is not a bad pick because he has everything defensively, but he ain't really got handles like that for a big man, and he's not the best passer as a center as well. So as great as he is in the post and fadeaway jumpers, his passing is lackluster. So I wouldn't. That's why it was tricky between him and KG. But KG
so.
has the passing. He's got the handles. He's got the
Mhm.
post game footwork. Yeah, he's got everything on the offense: dribble, pass, and shoot.
That's
And
what I'm
then we
saying.
know
But
what he is
but
defensively.
so but what about like the defensive positioning, active hands, rebounding, blocking shots, getting steals, cutting off driving lanes, passing lanes? These are all skills.
Well, yeah, but you can define that as far as the position in because every position doesn't have to require every defensive skill set. So I'm not going to ask my point guard to be a rim protector or guard the paint or even be, a defensive anchor.
That
And
applies on offense too, though. Not
but
everybody's going to
no,
be the scorer. Not everybody's going to be the facilitator because your skill set defines what you do on the basketball court. That's what I'm saying. So the more skilled you are, the more opportunities you can do a lot of these different aspects. That's what I'm saying.
on
So
any position can be the best scorer. My center can be the best scorer. I think every position doesn't want a scoring title. So any position on the
yeah,
offense can
but
be a
but
scorer,
but everybody scores
passing.
on a different skill level. It's a different skill level on how you score. Not everybody
You,
scores the same. It's not so. It's not just scoring. You're just trying to use a stat. We're talking about the
no, I'm
skill level.
using
How do you
dribble.
score? How do
I
you
said
score?
dribble. I said the
Yes,
skill is
dribbling.
dribble,
Dribble.
pass,
Yes.
and shoot.
Okay.
Those are the
Shooting.
main
That's what I'm saying.
those are the
Shooting.
main core. Okay, when you look at KG, he has handles. Can he pass? Yes. KG can make all passes. Can he shoot? Yes. He's a mid-range demon as a shooter. No, he can't shoot the three like Steph Curry, but he can shoot the ball. He does all these at a high level. When it comes to Akeem, you're not going to ask Akeem, you're not looking at Akeem as a passer. Like that skill set is very, very low.
Just because you don't look at him as a passer, what is his skill ability to do that? That's what I'm saying. Like,
It's
does he
not.
have
It's
this?
very,
Because
very
what if?
low.
Because no. But what if you have a big man that can do everything Hakeem Olajuwon can do but pass? That makes
If
him
if
better than
you
Hakeem Olajuwon skill wise.
no,
That's what I'm
if you
saying.
can't, if you don't have the
Maybe Bill
skill set.
Walton.
Yeah, if you don't have the skill set, then you can't. You're not gonna make the list. If you're skilled like Akeem, I'm not mad that dude had Akeem on his list. I understand. The reason I'm not is because his passing is very very low. So I can't put you as the most skilled when you lack that particular skill. And passing is probably one of the core aspects of a skill. So I can't put Akeem there. That's just my list and my the way I see
No,
it.
Even
I'm just
pass.
confused. I'm just confused because you have a very small set of skill set that you apply to players. It seems very
No,
um
I just did the
biased.
core. Everything else you can add, but I think you talking Pacifics because of the positions and everything. You
No, we're
start
not
getting
talking. We're not
into
talking about positions. We're talking about just skilled players. That's Twin Man who started that nonsense about positions. We were not talking positions. We were
okay.
talking
Those
most
that's
skilled
my
players.
top five.
I understand what your top five. Okay, you don't want to talk no more. So let's move on to SFM. SFM, uh, what do you got to say about skill and your top five skilled players?
Well, my top five skin players of all time. I'm gonna start off with one. We should already know this Kobe Bean, Jelly Bean Bryant. There's no secret at all. That's just what it is. Undisputed, most skilled player of all time. Uh, number two, and I'm doing this like My criteria is kind of what McDuff is, but it's an all-around skill set. So I'm going to include defense, but offense is a core. And like he said, dribbling, shooting, where you get your shots off at. That's including in that. Number 2, I'm gonna go Kevin Durant. You feel me? Like I said, defense in it. So, but like I say, my offense the main core. Kevin Durant. Number 3, I'm gonna go Kyrie Irving. Number 4, I'm gonna go
What?
number
Kyrie
4.
Irving.
Hold on.
Kyrie?
Hold on.
It seems like y'all just praise shooters and scorers. I mean,
Hold on.
I know, it's
shooters
just
and
scorers.
dribblers. Yeah, scorers and dribblers don't have no
I
aspect.
know.
That's why y'all don't
Hold
know
on.
basketball. Y'all
Hold
don't
on,
know
hold
Hey,
on,
nothing about
don't worry.
basketball.
When I give my list,
Hold on,
I'm not
Let
gonna
me
do that.
finish. Let me finish.
Jesus Christ.
Let me finish. Hold on. Number 4, I'm gonna go the greatest shooter to ever grace the NBA hardwood floor, Stephon Curry. And then number 5, I got Michael Jordan in the Nikola Jokic tie for number 5.
You say
Four
Michael
of those
Jordan.
names, 5 of those names are good, except for Kyrie.
Nigga, Michael Jordan
Most
can't
of those
dribble.
names are
This
actually
is
good.
crazy.
Yo, why
Michael
y'all
Jordan
don't
can't
think
shoot.
Kyrie should be up here with the most skill? Like, I don't
No,
get it.
because
Because
there's more
you're
to
only going off
scoring.
of because you're only going
Yeah,
off
it's
of his
just ball
ability to
handling and
dribble.
scoring.
His
Yeah,
That's
ability to
it.
that's
finish
it.
at the
That's the
rim.
only thing
That's
he has.
it.
Every
That's
other
all you're going
player,
off of. You're
He
not
can
going off of
pass.
nothing
every
else.
other player SFM name
He's not an
has
elite.
legit
He does
skill.
not have an elite passability and none of that. He does not elite. Y'all, basically,
Yeah.
what y'all are
Off-ball
basically
movement.
saying, off ball movement. Off ball movement is not a skill, sir. Running without a basketball is not a skill.
Oh wow.
No. Curry has that skills. Kyrie's not elite at that. I
That's
mean,
why
if
they
you want
draw
to say he's
plays.
good,
That's why they draw plays for you to tell you where to run.
But bro,
Who said moving off ball is not a
we heard
skill?
somebody that
No,
said
it's
they got.
not, sir. Tell me
Didn't
how
we?
running without. Hold on, wait, no. This is why I love Mac Def. Mac, please explain to me how running without the basketball is a skill.
Because you have to know how to come off screens. If a guy goes under the screen, you have to know how to come off that. If he chases you, you can either come off and either curl inside. You have to play the man. So yes, you can't just draw up a play and say run off the screen that way. If the man, it depends on how the defense plays you as well. So
So the
you have
play
to
is
have a
drawn
high.
up.
You have to
The player
have.
is drawn. The play is drawn for the player to make the decision on what to do. There's not a play that tells him what to do. If a guy goes low, do this. If the guy goes high, do that. The player makes the
Yes,
decision on his own.
that's called IQ. So when you're running off a screen, how the defense plays you is how you react. You have to have the IQ in a quick second to come off these screens.
Hey
It
Johnny,
is
I heard
a
you react to
particular skill.
I
Kyrie.
don't know. I don't know. Again, I said running without the basketball. You're running through a screen. A screen is a play being called, sir. It's called a play. That's what I'm saying. It's a play. You're talking about a player running a play. That's not a skill. That's called running a play. You said
No, I said
off
running
ball.
off screens,
Yeah,
off ball. Yeah,
that's
running
called
through
a play.
screens.
The screen is setting. It's called a play. The reason there's a screen because there's
Well,
a
you're
play.
talking about a particular
The
screen.
guy who's actually
When I said off ball, I'm talking
the
about
guy who's
running.
actually
Yeah,
making that guy who's making that actual sequence an important sequence is the screener, not the guy running around without a basketball.
but I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about a Reggie
Yeah,
Miller. I'm
you're
talking
talking
about the
about the guy
JJ
running without a
Redick's.
basketball. I asked
I'm
you,
talking.
how does a
Yeah,
guy running without a
that's
basketball is effective? You said him running around a screen, which is a play. So it's not really him.
what
It's
I
no,
the
it
said.
play.
depends because it depends on who the screener and the guy who's running around the
Listen,
But
basketball
it's
is.
not a
Like for
listen. Can
skill.
example,
I
Though.
ask y'all
That's
something?
what I'm
Jamal
saying.
It's
Murray
not
would be
a
less
skill
impactful.
to
Everybody.
run around
That's
a
it.
screen or run in basket. Running is
That's not a
everybody
skill.
runs. It's
Hey
not a
Johnny,
skill.
Go
Hey
ahead.
Johnny, can I
You know
ask
what
you a
I'm trying to
question?
explain to you? Setting a
You,
screen is a skill. The
hey
guy who's
Johnny,
setting the screen, he has the skill
No,
ability.
I
Not the
agree.
guy, some
I
guy
agree.
running. Not the
hey
guy
I think
Johnny,
running.
both are skills.
Hey
I think
Johnny,
both
I
are
heard you
It's
skills.
not
say
a
something
skill
about.
to run,
Hey
sir.
Johnny, I
Skilling is
heard you
not
say something
running,
about
sir.
Ray
Kyrie
Allen
every
don't have no
time.
skill.
No,
I
I'm
heard
saying
you.
running around,
Yes,
running
because
off
I don't
ball.
understand where y'all get
Okay,
Kyrie as the
okay, hey
top
Johnny, hey
five
Johnny,
most
hey
skilled
Johnny,
player
okay,
in NBA
hey Johnny,
history.
Yeah.
okay, hey Johnny. Why
I was
not
just
have
about
that
to say the
same?
same
Why not
thing.
have
I
that
was like,
same? Hold on,
Kyrie.
hold on.
Hey,
Why not
hey,
have that
hey,
same
hey,
energy
guys,
for
let
Tim?
them talk.
Why not have that same energy for when somebody said Tim Duncan? What is
We
Because
Tim
did. We
Tim
Duncan
told
Duncan
even
you
is
in
one of
mean?
that.
the.
We did that. We just said that. How do you have Tim Duncan over Giannis? We said this. That
Oh,
was the
okay.
conversation we
Giannis,
had.
Giannis
Okay.
can't even
Yes.
shoot like that. Why would Giannis
Because
be in this
Tim
You
Duncan
niggas
Giannis
conversation?
is
don't pay
skilled.
Giannis is more
See,
attention
look,
skilled
you
than
or
Tim
only care
Duncan,
invested
about
McDuff.
in.
shooting.
Don't
That's
do
what I'm saying,
that,
because he does a
McDuff.
lot more. He can shoot. He can shoot threes better than Tim Duncan can.
He can put the
What
ball
about
on the
Tim Duncan's
floor.
defense though? What about Tim Duncan's defensive skills?
Giannis
Tim
better,
Duncan
man.
can't dribble like
Right?
Giannis. Tim Duncan can't dribble like Giannis.
I'm taking Giannis
You
defense.
But
can't.
but Giannis
Yeah.
can't.
You
Giannis
taking
ain't got no
Giannis's defense over
Giannis can't
Duncan?
ain't got no post
Take
game.
Giannis
Giannis
is a
defense.
more
No
Giannis does
way.
have a
versatile
post game.
player.
Giannis, nobody
I'm
in
taking
today's
Giannis
NBA can have a
defense.
post game because you can't
Thank you.
Hey,
post in
Thank you.
today's
Fam,
NBA.
yo, you on
Unless you
crack,
can
bro. There's no
pass.
way you're taking
Duncan
And
can't handle
any
it in
pass
this
is
era.
better
Hell
than
no.
any pass is better than dunking.
Duncan
No,
get
I
handled
agree
in
with
this
everything
era on
you're saying,
defense.
Johnny. I just don't know how SFM
Hey,
So
said
we
hey,
did
Giannis is
that.
a
hey,
We
better
went. We
Duncan
went
get
defender.
it.
calm
handled.
down.
We
How is
went
he a
Duncan
it.
better
handled in this
defender?
era.
Oh wait,
Duncan get
y'all
handled
gotta
in this
wait
era
y'all
on
turn to
defense.
speak. Y'all gotta wait
I
y'all.
don't
One
We
at
care.
a
went.
time,
He didn't
y'all.
play this
Damn.
era.
King
Go ahead.
Solomon, wait your turn. King Solomon, this is not
One
TikTok.
at a time, y'all.
I'm answering SFM. We went at Twin Man when he put Duncan over Giannis.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Just making sure.
Yes, yes.
All right.
For me, I don't say how you put
SFM.
nobody. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I do have a question for you because you said Steph is the greatest shooter of all time. Why do you think Steph is the greatest shooter of all time?
Um, for one, I'm just this one point,
Mhm,
and I had said this
mhm.
before. I understand what I'm saying. You have nobody has individually changed the whole game on how it's played offensively in NBA history. No, I'm gonna say this again. From 1 through 5, from the players 1 through 5, nobody has individually changed the whole game in how it was played offensively. Steph Curry is a big part of the reason how the game is played now through 1 through 5 for these big men trying to be out here 7'4" like Victor Wembanyama, all these dudes shooting these D3s, these dudes trying to be out here in the threes. He changed the platform of the NBA on how the offensive game was played first period through his pure shooting ability. He is undoubtedly the greatest 3-point shooter that the game has ever seen. He's not the greatest mid-range shooter, but he's one of the greatest mid-range shooters. Just all around, just him as as a shooter. He's not a liability at all when it comes to shooting off the dribble, coming off the screens, shooting, and it's been so consistent through the years that his numbers from the three is unbelievable. Nobody would probably ever match him. I don't think nobody ever matched what he is as a 3-point shooter in NBA history. So for somebody to change the game, and like I said, what I mean by change the game, Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, they had an effect on the game. You feel me? But not everybody was trying to be a Magic Johnson. Not everybody was technically. Everybody would try to be a Michael Jordan, but everybody technically couldn't be Michael Jordan. You feel me? Everybody technically couldn't be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Larry Bird. You have seen these dudes trying to be Steph Curry out here, bro. Steph
Okay,
Curry has
okay.
changed the way the
I was
offensive game
asking
is
you
played.
why is Steph Curry the greatest shooter of all time, and you said because of he changed the game and his 3-point shooting.
Yeah, his all-around shooting. He has
So
no liability
all
as a
around
shooter.
shooting.
He has no liability as a shooter for consistent years. He has no liability
Mhm.
as a shooting. There are nobody numbers when it comes to shooting that will ever match him. I'm sorry. I just want to say this. This no
Numbers
this
like how?
uh
I'm not saying you're wrong. I just want to know why you think that. Like, what numbers are you using?
um his 3-point percentages, his free throw percentages, the fact that I think he got one season he was 50, 40, 90. If not, correct me. But his numbers in terms of shooting, nobody would ever match. Like, let me say this. Larry Bird was a great shooter, but I express this. Larry Bird doesn't. I never would call Larry Bird a elite 3-point shooter to me. He doesn't move that needle for me if you really just look at his numbers year by year. You feel me? Year by year. You feel me?
Who was the greatest shooter? Who was the greatest shooter before Stephen Curry?
I
That's a
mean,
good.
it's
Ray.
How do you
Oh,
not
Ray
Ray
know
Allen.
Allen.
this?
Ray
All
Allen,
right.
Ray
With
bro.
Allen.
that being
Ray
said,
Allen.
can we move
Ray
on? Can we
Allen.
with
Ray
that being
Allen.
said, let's
All
let's
right.
with that being said, let's move on,
Hold
please,
on,
man.
hold on.
I'll take Larry Bird.
One thing with that. So I was going to ask him that. So all the things you said about Steph Curry, it seems like you're saying he's the greatest shooter because he made the most threes. That's just what it seems like. And the player before that you said was Ray Allen, who made the most threes. So to be the greatest shooter, you have to make the most threes. That's all I want to
No, no,
get
no,
to that.
no.
So
That's
being the
not
greatest
just it.
shooter,
That's not it.
that's
You
what
gotta
it sounds
see
like.
how he's shooting off the dribble. Before him, or how people were shooting, nobody was necessarily shooting like him off the dribble. Nobody
That's
was
why he
coming
has the most
across the
Nobody
D.
was
threes. That's
shooting
that's
like.
why he has
That's
the
why I have
most
to go
threes
threes.
because nobody could do that.
Okay,
That's why he has the
all
most
right.
threes.
So you do understand that like Ray Allen could do the same thing, right? Shoot off the dribble and shoot threes, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I
So
So could
that's
get
why
it.
Steve
you
Nash.
say he was the greatest shooter before Steph, right?
Yeah,
Exactly. See,
Okay, so
that's what I'm talking
before
about.
Ray Allen, who was the greatest shooter?
Reggie Miller, man. Come on, man.
Yeah,
This is
Reggie Miller.
No,
It was
Reggie,
Reggie
because he
Miller.
had
It
the
No,
was.
most
don't bail
threes.
him
Y'all
out
got
next
Larry
time,
Bird
one
Reggie
all
boy.
the
Miller
way
couldn't
messed
shoot
up. I ain't gonna
off the
lie.
dribble because he had the most threes. So
It's
your
crazy.
your
Reggie
thing, who's the
Miller.
greatest shooter, is
He
who has the
don't have
most
a.
threes. All right,
Hey, Brandon,
we
he
can
don't.
go
Brandon,
ahead and move
And
on.
yeah, Brandon, he
You
don't
don't
got
No,
a
got
two,
Larry
3 minutes.
Bird.
no,
He don't got a
no,
two,
y'all,
three
why
minute
do y'all
soliloquy
always
about those dudes.
no,
why
it's
do
fine.
y'all always
It's
simplify
fine.
this
No,
threes with Stephen Curry? Why do
that's what
y'all
you just
always
did.
simplify this
Cause that's what it
threes?
is.
That's what no, that's how you view the greatest shooter is the most threes.
And
You
we
said it
No,
was
I
understand it. That's
Steph
just
Curry,
fine.
said
We
then Ray
cool. We
Allen,
understand
then
it. We
Reggie Miller.
understand
Those
it.
is the three in a row.
Stats. We always tell y'all stats tell
Yeah.
you everything you need to
You
know,
using
not the
stats.
soliloquy.
Okay,
It's
wait,
the
what let me
stats.
ask you one more question.
so,
Who is the greatest scorer of all time?
Jordan.
Michael Jordan is the greatest scorer
Yeah,
of all time.
Okay,
yeah.
all right. So you don't make any sense.
You
All right.
can't talk to these niggas, man. You can't talk to these
Yeah.
niggas.
I mean you
Why is
This
that
pick
a
nigga
bad
you
lied.
take?
have
Why?
This
Hold on.
nigga
Why is
lied
that
earlier
crazy?
when he
Hold on.
How
Why
is
is
said,
that?
that
Hold
bad?
on.
"What's
Bad
Hey,
take.
Johnny,
crazy?"
what
so
you
so the
laughing
Why
for,
most
is
bro?
that?
threes, the
It's
most
funny. I have
threes
to
make
laugh.
you
You
the
niggas
greatest
is
shooter,
funny.
but
What
the
you mean?
most
What am I
points
laughing at?
don't.
I'm laughing at you, nigga. You
Yeah,
funny.
that's crazy. Yeah, because you said Steph Curry the best. You said Curry's the best three
The best shooter.
point shooter because he
And then
got
it
the
was
most.
Ray Allen.
But you say Michael
And there was
Jordan's the best
Reggie Miller.
scorer, but he don't got the most points. That don't make no sense.
That's not you're not comparing apples to apples. Like it's
Like,
But
different.
that,
yeah,
all
like
right,
Curry is
we
on a
can
whole
move on.
nother tier than
No, it's
these
not.
niggas.
What's good,
John
New
Stockton
World?
got
And
the
so is
most assists. He
LeBron.
ain't the
LeBron's on a
greatest
What's up,
whole
one
passer.
nother
boy?
tier than these niggas.
LeBron's
LeBron's on
on
a
a whole
whole
nother
nother
than
tier.
He's not the
everybody
greatest
entering the game.
passer.
Nah, because this nigga
Steph
lied
Curry
when he
has the
said
most
that
threes.
Steph
LeBron
Curry
has the
was
most
the.
points.
Stockton
No,
is the
this nigga
greatest
lied when he
passer.
said
Who has
Steph
more than
Curry was the first
15,000
person
assists?
to.
Bro,
Nobody.
Magic's
He
not
was.
a
He,
better
better
passer.
passer than Magic Johnson.
Hold
Like,
on.
come
What did
on,
I
no,
bro.
this
lie about
nigga
Yes.
again?
Or
Yes.
Jason Kidd.
when you said
You
that
Yes.
you
Steph
mean to
Better
Curry
tell
was
passer
the
me
than
first
both.
person to
Stockton isn't
change
even a
how the
better passer
game
than
was played
LeBron?
offensively?
LeBron's a better passer than
He the
Stockton.
first player to do that.
Where's KD as a
Mag
No,
shooter?
he's not.
Stockton.
Who
Stockton is
is?
the
He the
greatest
first player to
passer
do
in
that.
NBA
Don't say
history,
Magic
man.
No, he's
Johnson.
not.
Don't
Hey
say Larry
Johnny,
Bird.
Will Chamberlain.
LeBron's a better passer than Stockton is.
No, he's
So
not. No,
yes,
he's
he
Yeah,
is.
not.
having the most of something don't make you
Yeah,
the
that doesn't
best
make
at
you the
that
best,
particular skill
especially
set.
like
Yes, it does.
Again, sir, that is
No,
your
it don't, bro.
problem
That
if you
sounds
can't
crazy,
accept
bro.
stats
Yes,
for
it
what
does.
stats means. If
no,
you can
because it depends on how you get your
skill
stats.
wise, we can have argument with skills all the time. We can have skills all the time because that's an argument. Like you said, that's your perspective, that's your opinion. There's no opinion with stats,
That's the
sir.
eye test most of the time.
Okay,
Yeah.
passing is a skill.
Yeah, it's a skill. It's
Exactly.
not really numbers.
Yeah, and
I'm
that's
not
and
putting no
again,
Stockton over Magic or Jason Kidd. That's wild.
Yeah, or
As a
that's
Steve
passer.
Nash
because you
or
don't know
LeBron.
basketball. You don't. There's no skill that Magic Johnson has that John Stockton does not have passing wise.
Oh wow. So Stockton can pass out of the post.
Stockton
Yes.
can pass in transition. Can Stockton
Why,
pass in transition as good as Magic?
why can't
He
Stockton pass out
can.
of the
I didn't
post?
know
John Stockton
Stockton.
Why
I
can.
wait?
didn't know
Why
Stockton
can't
could
why
pass.
Stockton
can't
can.
Stockton why can't Stockton
Because he's
pass
not a
out of the
post up
post, Mac?
player.
Yeah, because he's not as
None
good
of you
as
niggas
Because
have
He's
Magic.
a
actually
post
Post
up.
up
watched
getting
John
guards
Stockton to be
passes.
what are
saying
you
this.
talking about?
John Stockton
No,
post
you
up
don't
getting
see
guards
that because he
passes.
wasn't a great post passer.
Stop
King
it.
Solomon,
Nigga, you
I'm gonna
didn't
kick
watch
you
John
off if you
Stockton.
keep talking just to talk. Stop. We're having a conversation with Mac. Listen, Mac. Just because you never saw Stockton post up as much as Magic post up doesn't mean he cannot do it.
Well,
That's a
here's the thing.
stat that you're going to now,
I
because now you're
never
going
I
to go
never
to a
watched.
stat to say that. You're going to use to a what stat are you? How are you going to prove that that Stockton can't post up and pass out of the post? Then what are you using?
He wasn't a post up
Based on
player.
what? Based on
He
what?
He
because
wasn't
he
a post up
never.
scorer. That's what he's saying.
No,
But that
no,
has nothing to do
no.
with it. Why are you going to
John,
post up a
hold on.
6'4", a 6'2" guy?
Jason Kidd wasn't a post up scorer, but Jason Kidd will post up any guard. Yeah. The reason Jason Kidd his skill set as a passer there's two things. First of all, his alley oops are dimes. He threw alley oops off the backboard. But one of the other skill sets that's sort of a cardinal sin that Jason Kidd did exceptional was the jump pass. He can dribble and jump in the mid range and make any type of pass. Like he'll go
What
to the
makes you you
basket
think John
like a
Stockton
layup.
is incapable of doing any of these things?
You can
What
hold on,
makes
hold
you
on.
think this?
You can think that John Stockton can do that, but if you do not do these things
No,
on a
you said he
consistent
can't, and I want to know
no,
why you think. Because I don't think I
because
think he
John
can
Stockton
because
is
he has
not a post-up
15,000 assists
player.
and he made every pass that was necessary to
And
be a
never
great
seen,
passer.
and we've never seen
Over
John
six,
Stockton
over
post up.
60% of them was the Karl Malone.
Again, I've seen John
Like,
Stockton post up. He's posting up 30 feet from the rim when they're hand checking him. He has his back to a player. That's
he
not
said he
posting up,
posted up
Mac.
30 feet from the rim, bro. He's
Mac,
bringing the
Mac.
ball up court. That's how
Bro,
everybody.
oh
That's
my
how
God.
That's
everybody
the
brought the ball
same
up court in the
thing,
80s
Mac.
and
That's the
90s.
same thing, Mac. That's making
No,
a
it's
pass with
not,
your back
bro.
turned to the basket. It's the same
All
thing.
right, bro.
Yeah, and your back.
Bro,
Johnny,
Yeah,
you're
bro,
but
hey
that,
crazy.
Johnny, Hey Johnny, we
That's what I'm
got
saying,
dudes.
Mac. You cannot talk basketball.
That's
I don't know what
ridiculous,
channel
bro.
you go
That is
to.
not the
No,
post
don't
up.
say it's ridiculous because you can't understand it. I know you was
You
in
don't have.
special
Hold on,
ed.
hold on. A post
You
up.
said
You bringing the
okay, a
ball
post
up
up.
30 feet from the
Okay,
basket is a
that
different
makes him.
post up.
That's what makes
10 to
him a better
15 feet
point
away from the
guard because he's
basket.
even
No,
dribbling. You're talking about
you don't
somebody
even.
who's catching
The
the ball in the
defense is
post.
not even
How does that?
reacting the same.
I'm
That's
taking
It is
wild.
CP3
reacting
over
the
Stockton.
same, sir.
That's
They're guarding
crazy.
me while I'm dribbling. You're talking about somebody who's in the post. All you're doing when you're in the post is dribbling the basketball, backing somebody down. What you're saying is that no one's going to what, double
That is
team
not. That
Stockton?
is
Is
not a
that what you're
post.
saying?
That is not a post game. Just back. What are you talking about?
What does the
That's
post game has to do
literally
with
the
the ability to
definition.
pass out of the post? You said he cannot pass out of the post.
He
How
doesn't
can he
post.
not?
He doesn't. Hold on. This is the reason. Johnny, when you're 30 feet away from the basket, you have the whole floor to see. And this is me. And this is me dumbing down the conversation just to agree with you that Stockton posts up 30 feet from the basket. Number one, it's different because you can see the whole entire court when you're 30 feet away. When you're in the post, 10 to 12 feet, you don't have the whole court to see. It's at a different angle, and every pass is going to be different. You're in traffic. You have more players in the paint that and eyes on you. It's a totally different skill set to pass 30 feet from the basket than in the post. Steph Curry passes 30 feet from the basket when he gets double teamed coming off of a screen because they blitz him. I'm not finna sit up here and say, well, Steph Curry can pass out of double teams. No, I'm not finna put Steph Curry on that level as a passer. But
Again, there is
30 feet from the
nothing about
basket,
John
that's
Stockton's
totally
passing
different.
ability that he cannot pass through traffic or pass because he's at 10 feet from the rim. That's your lying eyes, not real basketball. John Stockton could pass when he's 10 foot from the rim or 30 feet from the rim. He could be under the basket and make a pass. He can make passes in traffic. You're lying.
Hey Johnny, we got worse compliments from
Yeah,
dudes
nobody
talking
said
about
Stockton
just
better
because
than
you
T
have
Mac.
more than the
That's
next dude
crazy.
that you're better.
John
Like
Stock,
dude,
John Stockton
Can
better
I
passer
say,
and pick and
please?
roll than Magic Johnson. You're not going to
Can
use
I say?
that. You're not going to use that aspect of it. He's a better dribbler than Magic Johnson. You're not going to use that
There you go.
aspect of it. That he can get to the spot better than Magic Johnson can. You're talking about Magic Johnson being able to post up and look over defenders and make passes that John Stockton can do. You still haven't explained why Magic Johnson is a better passer. You have no explanation other than the fact that because Magic is 6'9".
He can see over the defense. He makes different passes that nobody
And
else
even with
could
that, John
do.
Stockton can still make any pass that Magic Johnson can make. He still make any pass behind the back, through the legs,
Except
through
out of the
traffic,
post.
in transition, and 30 feet from the rim, 10 feet from the post as well. There's nothing about John Stockton game that says when he's in the post now, all of a sudden his passing ability, eye vision, and court vision disappears. Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. What do you? How many times we watch John Stockton? That's one of the main things you do as a ball dribbler is dribble in the paint, in traffic, and dish a ball off.
Bro,
In
Magic
traffic,
just
I've seen John Stockton do that countless time in his career. You don't have 15,000 assists just throwing the ball in and letting somebody shoot a jumper. He does that because he can pass.
Especially in the
Like you,
90s when you
that's
have
what
to
y'all. Yeah,
slow
come
everything
on, man.
down.
Like I mean, I don't get this. How y'all gonna disrespect somebody with 15,000 assists and say he can't pass? Or
nobody
he
said
can't
he
pass as
can't.
good as
I said
somebody who
he's
has
not the
10,000.
GOAT. He ain't the greatest
He's
passer. No.
he has the best assist to turnover ratio in NBA history, which clearly shows you his
Congratulations.
ability to make passes.
Congratulations.
See, that's why you don't like stats.
Congratulations.
So is
But
it
you
it
said
don't it don't make
Congratulations.
But
Get
You
the
said
fuck out of here.
congratulations.
Talking about congratulate because you
But
can't accept
but
facts.
the crazy
Like
thing
get the
is
fuck out of here.
he
Chris Paul
congratulated.
better. Hey, Chris Paul better than Stockton. Steve
as
Nash
a
and Jason
passer,
Kidd
I mean,
better than
it's
that nigga.
close.
Can,
Again, we're talking about passing the basketball. Chris Paul is the closest thing to John Stockton. His assist to turnover ratio is very close. He's the closest thing to John Stockton. We're not talking about the best point guard. We're talking about the best passer. You guys can't
John
explain the
Stockton.
game. That's why stats matter. Imagine that. Stats matter. So now because Giannis has passed out the post, that makes him a better passer than John Stockton? Because he can pass out the post? Think about that.
That's different.
And that's one skill of passing, though.
Huh?
That's one skill of passing, though. Like Magic's a better passer in transition than John Stockton was, Magic's a better entry passer than John Stockton was. Magic's better at passing through gaps than John Stockton was. Like, there are aspects of passing I just think Magic's
You
better
just
than
making up stuff
Stockton.
now.
Yeah, bro.
Magic overhand passing was better. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
How?
my
Yeah.
god.
Overhand passing? What does that mean?
Yeah, I
The
don't
the
even know what
only
that means.
argument
Yeah, I don't
the
even know
only
what that
That's the
means.
argument
best
you
way
can
to
make for
describe it.
Magic
Come
is that
about
his
the
career
side.
was shorter than John Stockton's, but he's still like number 2 or number 3 all time. That's really
No,
the
what about
only
the skill?
argument
What
you
about
can
the
make for
skill of
Magic.
passing though? What about the skill of
It
passing?
doesn't
Wait, wait,
matter.
wait.
It doesn't matter. He
Ro,
wasn't in the
No, it
game
does
as long,
matter.
so
Ro, where did Mac prove me wrong in our conversation?
Again, Chris Paul has a higher assist to turnover ratio. I just pulled up.
Did
All
he
I
use
know is
that? Did he use
all
that?
I
Did he
know is
use
when I
that?
see.
No, answer my question, sir. Did he use assist to turnover ratio?
I don't know. I just pulled up.
Okay, so that's why. Get the fuck out of here.
Um,
So stay in the comments where you safe.
What is he even talking about?
We got dudes.
nah, he's
We
just
got
trying to
dudes
get a
saying
Johnny
if
and a
you have
gotcha moment
more.
again. That's
We
all.
got dudes saying if you have more in totals, that makes you better.
Yep,
That's
just like LeBron's a better scorer than Jordan.
No, but that's a
so.
longevity stat.
Let me
I mean, that's
let me
not
ask
really.
something. Let me ask something. Is Karl Malone the third greatest scorer of all time?
Thank
Will
you.
anybody debate that?
Thank you.
Will,
Yes, he
will
is.
anybody
He has
debate
the
that?
third most
No,
points.
no, no. But why don't you watch him play and you realize that he's not?
Will anybody say that?
Skill has nothing to do
Karl
with
Malone is the
results.
third greatest all-time scorer.
So he's the
Is that
third greatest
nigga?
scorer of
Ain't
all
none of them
time.
niggas
He's
got
He's
more
a better
points
scorer
Third
than
than
Kevin
greatest
Kareem, and
Durant.
all-time
Kareem ain't
Karl
hit
scorer.
one
Malone is not a
3-point
better
shot in his
scorer than
career.
Jordan, KD, or Kobe.
He's
Bro.
a
He got
better.
more
He got
points.
more
Like,
points than him.
stop
He
it.
Karl
got more
Malone
points
is the
than him.
third
None of them
greatest
niggas
And
are
guess
better
what?
than
All
Kareem.
right.
And
in
guess
NBA
what? Every
history.
time Malone got in the playoffs, his
Okay.
efficiency used to plummet.
All right. Let
That
me
Even
has
ask
though
you
Don't
he's not a
nothing to do
matter.
better
something.
with
scorer than any
scoring.
of
That
those
has
guys.
nothing to do
He
with
still
Okay.
scoring.
Let me.
couldn't
Yes,
stop
it
us
is.
from
Okay.
scoring.
Being able to
Okay.
translate in the playoffs
All
into
right.
score
All
is
right.
very
Hold on,
valuable.
10
That
seconds.
matters.
Okay.
Is
Excuse me,
LeBron? Is LeBron a
BB.
better shooter? Is
Okay.
LeBron a better shooter? Is LeBron a better shooter from the three than Kevin Durant, Steve Nash, and Dirk Nowitzki? Because he got
He's
more
made
threes,
more
right?
threes than them.
So he's a
But he's
better shooter.
better.
Hold
You
on,
Okay.
say
wait.
you
We're
say
not. We're
you
not.
say
Oh wait.
what? Hold on, hold
You
on,
This is
hold on.
said
What you
crazy.
say?
shooter,
What you say?
shooter, and scoring are two different
Hold on.
aspects, sir.
What did he
No.
say?
He
What
said
did he say?
totals.
I didn't hear him.
Period. He
You
said
said
totals.
what?
He said it
You said who?
is LeBron a better 3-point shooter than Kevin Durant?
Than Kevin Durant? No.
Kevin Durant
All
got more
right.
three pointers than LeBron, sir.
He has more. LeBron has more threes made than Kevin Durant. You know that, right?
Okay. So what the?
Is he a better 3-point
Okay.
shooter than Steve Nash?
Again, shooting
Steve
is
Nash? No, he's
different,
not.
sir. Shooting goes
Not
by field goal percentage, sir.
New
Shooting
World. New
goes by
World
field goal
brought up
Right.
percentage.
totals.
No, he doesn't. So what's the point you're making?
New World brought up totals. Period. He said if you have more than the next player, you're better. You feel
Yeah,
me?
that's my opinion, nigga. I think he's better. He's a better 3-point shooter than
Yeah.
KD.
And that doesn't.
He's better than him.
But he's
Hey
not
man,
though.
He's
y'all
made
got
more
it.
LeBron is
threes.
Y'all
not a
He's
got it.
made
bad
more
3-point.
threes
Y'all
in
got
LeBron's a
it.
important moments.
solid.
Y'all got it. Hey, y'all
LeBron's a
got it.
solid 3-point shooter, but he's not as good as KD, Nash, or Dirk. Like, he's just
He's
Nah,
not.
better than
Again,
we
KD.
know he ain't finna do that, bro.
shooting is predicated on field goal percentage. That's what we always go by. That's what makes you you're talking about shooting. A better 3-point scorer is LeBron James because he hits more 3-pointers than Kevin Durant does. But as far as
But what
shooting
about
wise, you
percentage?
go to shooting.
Johnny, isn't percentage a stat? Durant,
We always
Dirk,
use a
and Nash.
stat, but use it correctly. If you want to talk about shooting, then you got to talk about
Yeah.
percentage.
So why don't you just factor in percentage and totals if we're going to do that? Because
If you
all those
want to
guys
factor,
are.
okay, and then if you want to factor that, yes, LeBron James is not better than Kevin Durant. That's the point. Yes, that's what we do.
Yeah,
We
okay.
factor in the shooting percentage. We
Okay,
factor
so
in
that's,
shooting percentage when you talk about shooting.
I'm glad you do that because LeBron is still a good shooter, but I'm just saying he's not as good as those guys. Like,
And we never said that.
Excuse,
Nobody, y'all the one who trying to discredit LeBron
excuse,
James for hitting over 2,500 3-pointers.
excuse me.
So,
Excuse me.
so you agree that
Excuse me.
LeBron not
I'm
a better
saying
3-point
excuse
shooter than
me,
Paul
and you're
George
just
either,
trying to
right?
talk over than me. I got a quick.
It depends on his field goal percentage. I go by his field goal
Damn.
percentage. Who has the better field goal percentage?
But I will say this: LeBron is a solid 3-point shooter, but shooting
Answer the
is
question. Who has
Hey,
the better 3-point percentage? Paul George or LeBron James?
Paul George.
Okay, so Paul
No,
George is a better shooter from
wait.
3-point.
Let me ask you a question. Who's a better 3-point shooter, Steve Kerr or Steph Curry?
Steph Curry.
No, he doesn't shoot
All
better
Steve
right.
than
Kerr
Steve
got the
Curry.
highest percentage
Yeah,
though.
be
He doesn't
quiet,
shoot better
man.
than Stephen Curry.
You don't believe what you're saying, so be quiet.
How
Be
Okay.
quiet.
he
You
just
don't
no.
believe
Go
what
ahead,
you're saying.
Juan
He
boy. Go
just
ahead, Juan
said,
boy.
hold on,
Go
let me
ahead,
Be
Juan boy.
quiet.
So
you
we
You don't
can
believe what you're saying.
No,
you
it's
you you
over.
we got you. We heard you. You said that Steve Kerr is not better than Stephen Curry, although Steve Kerr shoots better with field goal percentage. So let's go to Juan boy. Finish up
because it's not all
that
about
conversation.
percentages.
Come on,
Exactly. We just
man.
told you
Now it's not
that,
all
and
about
that's
percentage. We
exactly. We
just
just
told
told
you
you
that.
that. We
We
just said
just
that.
told you that.
Dumb
Now
nigga.
let's go, Juan boy. Because
All
shooting is
right,
different. It's not about
this
scoring. Go ahead.
this is this is for Billy and Johnny only. I'm talking to the host. Um, we was good. You know what I'm saying? Like I love that. I love the topic of the show because we're getting different opinions. But it seems like every time Solomon comes up here, he just wants to argue everything what everybody has to say. Can you please just, you know what I mean, Solomon, just give your top 5 skill players and just let and so we can move on to New World because in Ishmael, the guys that that put in more work to support this channel than you do. I'd rather hear what they have to say than you do. So can you just please give your top 5? Let us have the rest of this day for us to just talk basketball. You through SFM, we're trying to have a great discussion, and all y'all dudes want to do is argue. Like you made the point of Steph Curry being the all-time greatest shooter because he got the most 3 points made, but you said Jordan is the greatest scorer of all time. Well, LeBron has the most points in NBA history. So there's an inconsistency in your argument, and I don't want to be going back and forth nitpicking like y'all do. So can we please move on?
Great. I ain't got to say. Go ahead. Your top 5, King Solomon.
You just talk
But
good. You not sounding right at none of the
the,
shit you say. Fuck that nigga. Like as a straight.
uh, I'd say my top five is first of all I got Jordan and LeBron. Then I probably got Kareem. Then I probably got Kobe. And then the last spot is between Duncan and Hakeem. That's the fifth spot.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And
I do have a question. Why do you have Kareem as one of your top 5s?
because I think Kareem's skill on offense and defense, like his two-way impact. That's how I'm defining skill. Like what
Okay.
he did both ends of the score, like as one of the best scorers ever. Like what he did in the postseason, his production, um, how good he was as a finisher. I just think Kareem was one of the best offensive players ever. And then on the other end of the floor, like his size, his instincts, his shot blocking, his rim protection, his post defense, I think Kareem is also probably in the top 20 to 25 ish greatest defenders ever. So I think his two-way impact puts him in.
Okay. It's not bad. All right. I don't know who's next. If it's New or
This
Ishmael.
it's either me or Ishmael. It don't matter.
Me. All right, I go next. What's up, y'all?
All right.
Peace to the
What's
panel.
what's Salute.
Hopefully,
going
What's
on,
good?
Ishmael, man? Hey.
hey man, I came here to list my top 5, and also came here to disagree with Ajani. Ajani saying that Ajani saying like off-ball movement is not a skill. Hell no, man. I highly disagree, bro. That's definitely a skill. Some of the greatest off-ball players ever is Ray Allen, and I even learned in my fundamentals, some of my fundamentals in basketball, of different type of cuts. You don't even need screens. The off-ball, even though that it is kind of more of a team aspect where you need like a play or something, but sometimes you can play one-on-one with it as well. And the importance of planting your feet in order to like make a like catch and shoot is very difficult. Like you got to know how to maintain balance with that. Like that's really hard, especially if you're planting one foot in order to like try to target and like like I'm saying like trying to target your feet into a basket is difficult to do. And so there are different cuts you can also use without having to like use screens. And so that kind of makes it like you have to practice that. That's not you can't just take Shane Battier, who's a good shooter and who's a spot up shooter, and you could just make him like, oh, he can move with the ball. Like off ball movement requires you to have IQ, because you know how to create spacing in case one of your teammates drive to the basket, and then you can know how to side shuffle to the corner three and he can kick it out and dish it to you. You know how to plant your feet. You can also use V cuts when you kind of like you like kind of push the defender to the like the basket towards the basket, and you cut right back to the perimeter. You can also use like backdoor cuts, which LeBron is very great as well. Like I remember in high school playing against De La Salle, like every player on that opposing team knew how to do backdoor cuts, or you know how to do like flash cuts when a player is like ball watching and you flash to the free throw line and you can catch and shoot from the free throw line if you're a good mid range shooter. So it's like all those cuts and ball movement is highly important, and it's a skill you need to know how to be able to come off screens. You can't just like take any player, even if they're athletic, if they don't know how to plant their feet, if they don't know how to read the court, then they're not going to, you can't take them and say like, oh, I'm going, like you can just run and do this. Like no, it's a skills you have to learn. You have to develop the endurance, the ability to know how to read the floor. And that's why I've always enjoyed Ray Allen, his ability to play off ball. So that's why I say I disagree with that. And LeBron is a great
I have a question for that. Yeah, I have a question for that. Would you say that's like a basic skill for a average player to come off a screen correctly?
No, because like a lot of players can't come off of screens. Like
Mhm.
you, like LeBron, I wouldn't try to replace. Like it's okay. Let's say it's a basic skill like dribbling, but it's like there are people that are able to master at it. Like there are people that are able to make it sharper. Like it's a basic skill like anything else in basketball. Sure, they can do it, but they're not as effective and efficient at it. They're not as good as reading the IQ at it. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm not going to take, like I say, Shane Battier and put him as the person to come off the curl off a screen rather than I would have Ray Allen. I would have Ray Allen do it all day, every day. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, so if you
I
just
gotta. I'm
looking
sorry.
at guards, I mean, if you just looking at guards, what guards have you seen in the NBA who cannot come off a screen?
I mean, like I said, they can, but doesn't mean that
Mhm.
they'll be as good as another player. You know what I'm saying? Like in a lot of catch and shoot guys, like um I wouldn't say Eric Snow is good as freaking uh fucking Chauncey Billups when it comes to coming off of screens. You see what I'm saying?
So you're saying there's levels to it.
Yes, there's levels to it. So that's a skill
Yeah,
that you got to develop.
the level you're talking about is all predicated on the fact that these guys are great shooters. That's the skill set that allows their off-ball activity to be what you want it to be. Them just
Yeah, yeah,
running doesn't
setting
matter.
your feet right. Yeah.
The
That
reason you can listen, Shane Battier can do all those things. The problem is that when you get Shane Battier to shoot it, he's not gonna be able to shoot it. That's the skill that he's missing, not the fact that he can't run around a screen, that he can't navigate. And Shane Battier is one of the smartest players ever played the game. Which means he doesn't know how to run around a screen. He just doesn't have the skill set to catch and shoot, which is another skill set that requires you to be able to play off the ball, catch and shoot, because you got to get the ball. But the ability to run without the basketball is not a skill set. That is my point.
I mean, I just disagree with you on that. Like, there's a lot of guys like Jason Compono, Rasul Butler. Like, those guys are more catch and
You're
shoot
naming
type of
all
guys,
shooters. You're naming guys who are
right?
all shoot are great slashers.
But they cannot, they don't have the ability to do what, say, a Ray Allen or even a Kyle Korver can do by
Because Ray
playing
Allen,
off
because these
ball.
guys are all shooters. That's the skill set that
They're
separates them.
shooters.
Is
Yeah,
those guys are elite shooters.
yeah,
That's what
you
I'm
have to be a
saying.
shooter. You have to be a shooter, but you also have to know how to be able to
Okay.
move. You got to have
Okay,
the
listen. All right, I draw up a play for Ray Allen to run around the same screen that you say. Ray Allen's elite at everything that you just said, running around the screen, knowing how to do it, all that other stuff. I run that same play for what's his name? Albert Robertson, who has the same athletic skills, can still run, separate, learn to run the screen. What happens when Albertson catches the ball wide open? Did he effectively do exactly what his cut was supposed to do? But he couldn't finish. That's the point. There's plenty of players. That is not a skill, sir. Running is not a skill. It's
it,
running. It's a
about
play. You're just
you have
running.
to know how to plant your feet as well, because like you can be a shooter, you can be a point guard and shoot and have
That's a
athleticism,
part
but
of shooting, though, Ishmael. That
But
has
that's the
nothing to
part.
do
That's what
with
I'm saying.
running.
The footwork you're talking about is the footwork and skill shooting and shooting and skill ability wise, not running. No, you don't teach somebody how to run. They just run. Here, you're gonna be
What he's
standing here
saying, you have
and
to
you're
be
gonna run this
skilled
way.
to
That's it.
effectively use a screen. That's what he's saying. To effectively use a screen, you have to be skilled enough to actually do it. That's what Ishmael's is saying.
and,
But
and
what
it's
I'm saying
like
is you can
yeah,
do all of that and it doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. You can do all of that,
Hmm.
effectively get the screen. If you still, that's what I'm saying. Nothing stops a player from being able to run around a screen, Brandon. Nothing. Like these guys are athletic. They all
I
can run.
mean, I mean,
Kenya
some
Martin could run
certain
around a screen.
players use
Kenya Martin could
use
run
the
around a
screen
screen.
better.
You
But
telling me
I
Chris
mean,
Bosh
certain
can't run
certain
around a
players
screen?
use screens better because these overseas players, they know how to use a screen a lot better than us U.S. players. I learned that from
Well,
chasing them
that's why
around
I said
because
there's
it's hard.
levels to it.
It's very
I agree, New
it's a
World.
certain skill you need, but I don't think it's as big as an important skill as the other ones we were talking about. But it is
That's
important
fine. That's
because
fine, but that
knowing
I'm
how
not.
to use the screen is different than just running around a screen.
I mean, because I used to watch Ray Allen all the time when he had those practices, or like when he like they used to film him with the Boston Celtics, and he talked about how to plant your feet and whatnot. Like that's not like if you ever try running like throughout the court and then immediately stopping, like that's not easy to do. So it's like, so that's
That's
what I'm
what the
saying. It's like
NBA
you can be a
players
great
do,
shooter.
though. That's what I'm saying. That's
What?
what NBA
Yeah, they
players
Yeah,
have to do that
do.
all the
But I
time
think
when they're running the floor and trying to
I
get
think
into the paint from the
Not
perimeter.
like Ray
So
and I
Allen.
think
That's
Oh
just being
hell
that's
no.
just being
yes.
athletic. That's just being
yeah,
athletic.
Oh
That's
man,
just
you
yeah.
being
got
I think
athletic.
and I
bro.
think with
Yeah,
Ray
certain players
Allen,
know how to use the screen to score better than others, and that's what he's
No,
talking about.
I
How to
I think
use
I
the
think I
screen to
think
score.
I think certain players know how to give better screens than others. I think it's a skill to give a screen. So
That's
that's how
too.
I see
Yeah,
it.
you could
what?
give a
I see.
screen better than others, and you could use a screen to score better than others.
Oh
but
my.
what
So
I
basically,
think
it's like
what
a blend of IQ and skill.
yeah,
Look,
Hmm.
I
I'll,
think
I'll send a video
I
to y'all, and I'll see it, or whatever, and then whatever you feel about it, then
You know, we can
fine.
do it.
But
I got you.
but
I just don't see why you praise somebody running without a basketball. Again, if you're running around screens,
you're making
that's
it
what
seem
makes it
it's
affect.
not.
yeah, but
If you're not running without screens, it doesn't mean nothing. It's the screen that makes you open. It's the screen that makes it a problem.
No,
So you're
you
just
can.
running a play.
I told you, like you can make yourself open off ball without using screens. You can do. There are certain cuts that you do it. Like I
Mm.
it's
remember
hard
this.
to do though.
Yeah, that's what I'm
What do
saying.
you
That only
mean?
certain players can do that. Like you can do V cuts, L cuts, flash cuts. There are different cuts you can do that, and then there are also backdoor cuts. Like even
Yeah, but
LeBron
all
is good
those
at
cuts
that.
are predicated on the play you're running. You can't just say I'm gonna run this L cut because I want to run an L. That's the whole point. It's about like that's
So
what
yeah,
that's
so
still all athleticism. At the end of the day, you're still talking athleticism.
well, you
I
don't have
just
to
don't see
be
how.
athletic to use a screen effectively. So
No, he's talking about like
Ishmael,
the
like
L cut. Okay, okay.
give me five players who uses the screen effectively to be real skilled in that instance. What are those five players?
Um, of course, I said Ray Allen. Of course, I
Hmm.
said I would say Jason Terry. I would say Stephen Curry. Um, of course, Kobe Bryant. Um, if I can think of anybody else, I would say sometimes Cal Korver would be able to do it.
Okay, you name all shooters but one, Kobe. I didn't, to be honest,
Oh,
I
I mean,
didn't
I
really
can
see
name another
Kobe
one. I
use
mean, if you
that
want to
many
talk about,
screens.
okay, Dwayne Wade is another one. I think he's one of the most skilled. I would say, I mean, but he's a mid-range shooter. Like you, of course, you got to
Yeah, I
shoot.
don't.
You got to be able to shoot
Yeah,
something.
I don't see
You
them
can't.
using too many screens to actually get open as much.
Rip
They,
Hamilton is another
Yeah,
one.
I was about to say
yeah,
Rip
Rep
Hamilton.
did.
Especially
Yeah,
Wade.
he's a shooter
Wade
too.
was beating niggas off the dribble. So
Yeah,
Rip
Yeah,
Hamilton.
I didn't.
But
Kobe, Wade
yeah.
and Kobe, I ain't
You
see
ain't
too
say
many
Clay
screens being
Thompson.
set for them to get open.
I'm not
You
saying
ain't
you
say
don't have
Clay.
to always have screens though. You like I said, you can create off-ball
Hmm.
movement and create spacing without the ball. It's just that you got to know how to read your defender, and you got to be quick with your ability to plant your feet, and so you can shoot. That's what I'm saying. Like I think those takes repetition. Those take
That's what I'm
skills to
saying.
do.
That's athleticism. That's all
Oh man,
athleticism.
all right,
Yeah, to
we
be
can
able
Yeah,
to
go.
move in a quick direction, that's athleticism,
Yeah,
sir. That's what I'm saying. You're talking about quick.
Yeah,
You're talking about be able to move from being standing still to quickly moving. That's athleticism. That's not a
Yeah,
skill. That's
but
what I'm
okay,
saying.
all right. Let
Especially
me
when you
say
don't have the ball in your
okay.
hand. That's just athleticism.
Let me say
And
okay.
again,
With that,
none of this
right?
matters if you're not running around in screens. If you're just running that's why screens are important. Because screens is what's really making the off-ball man the problem. Because if my defender gets detached from this guy, it's a problem. Because once he catches the ball, he's gonna shoot it. I got a
Let me
problem.
find. I'll find a video, yo.
No,
Okay,
I
let me
got
just
you.
move
I
on.
got you. I got you. Yeah,
I'll
but
move. I like if I'll find something and then, but we'll move on from that. I see what you're saying. But my top five, I would say, no order. I don't have an order for this. I was just thinking off the top of my head. Of course, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant. I would say Dwayne Wade. I would say Stephen Curry, and then I would say Kevin Durant. I guess nobody got a problem with that. So,
Oh, that's not bad. It's not a bad list at all.
Yeah. All them dudes are highly skilled.
Yeah. My top five, I went kind of by position since that's what Twin Man that did kind of inspired me a little bit. So my top five is gonna be LeBron at one. Uh, not at the one, but this is in order: LeBron, Kobe, Shaq, Dirk, and Steve Nash.
you
Or
think
no, not
Shaq?
Steve Nash, motherfucking Chris
Shaq?
Paul.
You think Shaq
Shaq?
is
Shaq,
skilled?
Shaq for the five. Yeah,
I'm not saying he's not skilled, but the most skilled
Yeah.
big man, most skilled five,
Yeah.
like more
yeah.
skilled than Jokic.
Hakeem and
Yeah,
Kareem.
I like it's because Shaq's interior presence is so dominant that it's just unmatched.
Man,
That's more like physical. Like that's more like physical dominance.
You,
That's not really skill.
well,
Yeah,
That's more.
but Shaq had the
he
skill to
has
do
the footwork and the
footwork.
post game
Definitely
as
had the
well.
footwork.
He also has a nice touch around the rim. He's able to clean up glass very efficiently. So at the end of the day, like I got Shaq. You can make an argument for somebody else, but this is my top five. So this is who I got.
Yeah, Shaq. I don't think everybody. I think everybody just thinks Shaq was just down there bullying and just dunking on everything. No, that was what he was great at. But he also had, like you said, footwork, great touch, could go right, left, up and under. Shaq had moves. He was an athlete,
Yeah, Shaq was
but you just seen him.
especially in Orlando. He got
Yeah,
robbed of a scoring title in Orlando because of what was that? I think that was Nate Rob or not Nate Robinson.
David Robinson.
That was the Admiral. He was the
It
one
told all
that
they had the
yeah.
coaches sit they starters, so David
I can't
Robinson
believe
could
that
beat him up.
the league allowed that shit to happen. That was some bullshit. They should have never let that happen because he basically just said that it's okay for this nigga to just cheat the
LeBron,
game.
Curry,
And then
and
when
Durant.
when Shaq went to the Lakers, what he used to do to David Robinson?
That's another reason why I don't give a damn about scoring titles, nigga. You can literally have somebody stat pad and cheat you out of a scoring title for some stupid shit like that. So when niggas say 10 scoring titles over the all-time scoring list, nigga, you can't manipulate
They
that.
just
The
they just
all-time list, you
haters.
can't
They just
manipulate
haters.
those. But you can manipulate averages at the end of the season to make sure you get 50% above average or to make sure that you average a certain number of points. Because that did that for Jordan too, because that nigga was gonna lose his 30-point per game average since he played those 2 extra years in
In
Washington.
Washington.
So they let him stat pad his last few games so that he can keep his percentages across the board.
Well, I also
I mean,
like. I
those
thought.
last
I
years
also.
where he was like
I also.
35, 7. Like he wasn't really stat padding those years. He was just like clearly the best scorer in terms of production.
What are you talking about? What
Like
years?
87 and 88, he was like 37 and 35. And he was
He
like
was stat padding those years.
I mean if you want to say he's stat padding, that's fine, but he wasn't like his numbers were by far and away the best in the league. Like he didn't really need a stat pad.
He definitely did need a stat pad. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been crying to the media about not getting an award that he thought he should have got because of his stats.
But I
Yeah,
mean
definitely. It was because he said that himself. It definitely wasn't talk about how I'm going out there locking down my defenders. The guys ain't scoring them. That ain't the conversation. That is definitely about
Look,
his
we just
stats.
got to be honest about it. If you're going for any seasonal title, scoring title, assist title, whatever,
It's
you're
definitely
stat
about the
padding
stats.
because you're going to be competing with other people to get that title. and
Who-
Jordan wanted those scoring titles. So of course he's going to
Well,
try to shoot
Jordan
the
said
most shots to
Jordan
make
said
sure he
he
gets them.
needed to score 32 a game to win the scoring title. So he was obviously trying to get
8
scoring
points a
titles.
game.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's in the, it was in his contract. Like he's trying to get money. So like it's not like I don't understand. We're not knocking Jordan for this when we say this stuff, but we just gotta open you niggas' eyes so you can understand that Jordan was stat padding, bro. Like when you call out players in this era for stat padding, you gotta understand the main nigga that did this so not only he could secure his bag, but also because that's what he liked to do. Nigga like to score. So if you
who's
want to
gonna
get them scoring titles, let him do it.
who's gonna lead the league in scoring like 87, 88? Because the best scorers were Jordan, Larry Bird, Alex English, Karl Malone. You want those guys
He's
to
averaging 10
Jordan
more
said
shots
he
than
was.
all of those guys on that list.
I'll be honest
He's
though.
averaging
Jordan,
10 more
Jordan said he
shots.
was.
He wasn't
Jordan's the
If
only
averaging.
one
any of
who
those,
said
if
he wanted scoring titles.
yeah, everybody was trying to get wins. Jordan was trying to win scoring titles. That's why he didn't care if his team lost. 'Cause he's like, as long as I get my 35, I'm cool.
yeah,
No,
and
Jordan
I love how the
onward. He was
topic is about skill, and we just sticking to Jordan's scoring because he ain't do nothing else. I was thinking earlier, like damn, like we can't really even do we doing it kind of an injustice just with the top 5 because there's so many skilled players that are still in the NBA and who have played that we could do a top 10 and in the top 10 won't
Mar.
do them justice. You know what I'm saying? Is and most of them going to be from the year 2000 up until now because the game is just so much better. I don't know if it's me. I just get tired of talking about Jordan because it ain't much to talk about no more. Like, especially if we ain't
No,
talking
you
about the
facts.
film.
These niggas be saying 6-0 like he
I
only
agree with
played
you.
Yeah.
6 years.
I don't know
It'd be
why we want to
crazy
talk
Last
about
time
the
I
mug if we
player.
checked,
have to
nigga played
I
address
don't know
it.
why we
6 years.
talk about the
Crazy
player
enough
that
we
played
have
30
to
years.
address it. So we address it. He
Yeah,
said he
no.
wanted to get
Hey,
scoring titles. He said the only way he'll pass the ball if he averaged 32 points a game. He wanted to get scoring titles. He said it. He was stat padding. He's the only one who come out to actually say it. So Jordan was stat
hmm
Hold
padding.
on, wait. Okay, hold on, wait. Let me see here.
We got Atlas in here. I don't think I've seen him here before. I don't know if you've been following the show. We've been listing our top 5 greatest skilled players, the most skilled players. You wanna run down your list of the top 5?
Yeah, sure. Salute to the panel. Um, I would say like my top 5 would be is more position based. So at the point guard position, I'd have Curry, Kobe for shooting guard, LeBron for small forward, Dirk Nowitzki for power forward, and Nikola Jokic as a center.
Okay, that's not a bad list.
At
Okay.
all.
So,
Joker's the man.
Now I think Atlas been up here a couple times, maybe on TikTok too. I remember
Is this
the
the
time.
Atlas from
okay.
TikTok? Is this Atlas
Yeah,
from TikTok? Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
same
Yeah,
Okay.
person.
he be definitely cooking with us over there.
All right. So
Pieces salute
let's
to you.
yeah, man. Let's put this video up for Ishmael. Ishmael, you want to break it down for us? Can you watch? Can you see it?
No,
Are you
it's
there,
just one
Ishmael?
play here. Even though he was going through different screens, but you can see like
All right.
the last play, the last screen didn't even work. It took Dwayne Wade to drive, and I was showing an example
Uh
of the
huh.
fact that the last you'll see just after the last screen, you'll see. Look,
See, look,
LeBron
now,
set
like,
the
see that.
screen
Now,
there.
now, hold on, wait. Yeah, now the one thing I like about what I'm watching right now, right? You see here, they talk about the screen right here that's given by Chris Anderson, right? But look what Ray Allen does after that works. Look, he sets a screen. Now that's
Yeah.
off ball action I like to talk about. Setting screens. You see what I'm trying to say? He can set a screen. Here we go, boom. So now he gets the switch that they want, right? And then LeBron sets the screen for him because that's the action. All right. See, look, it's all about screens. Look, boom. But
Yeah, but
again,
look
the
at that. You see
defender,
how Ray Allen pops back out? You see that?
yeah. But
Yeah,
that's
moving
because
without
that's
the but
because
he
Yeah,
but he's
That's
supposed
stuff
to
I'm
do that.
talking
He's
about. Like, look
supposed
at
to
this.
do that though. But he's supposed to do that. That's what I'm saying. He's supposed
He's
to
a
do that.
shooter.
He's a shooter. And he's
That's
supposed to give Dwayne
Does
Wade
that's why
and
that's
he's
why
supposed to give Dwayne Wade
Ray
that
Allen's a
space.
skilled player.
Yeah.
does he
I
And
have
that
the
no,
That's
and
why
no, and
Ray
not only
does
Allen's
that,
one of
look,
the most skilled
but no,
players.
but that's the point of drawing up this play, right? Because now you put Crawford in a bind because Crawford really wants to stay alongside Ray Allen. The only reason he loses Ray Allen is not because Ray Allen's doing anything special. It's because of what Dwayne Wade's doing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dwayne Wade's
You
driving.
see,
I
you
know
see what I'm
that.
saying? So,
Yeah.
so Ray, like you said, I get you. The IQ part, we get you being a smart player. So now he's helped. Look, now I create space for Dwayne Wade. Because guess what?
Right.
If Jamal Crawford doesn't do this, Dwayne Wade just takes that shot. So all that off ball running didn't mean nothing. The best part of this whole off ball was when he gave this screen right here. This was the best thing Ray Allen actually did during the off ball. This screen right here to get the switch. Who is this? Is that Earl Boykins?
That look like Darren Collison.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Number 2?
Derek,
Is that number
yeah,
2?
number 2. Yeah, Derek Collison is a
Derek
small player. But see,
Collison.
look, and then look, then you get another screen by LeBron, which puts Jamal Crawford in another bind. That's why I always say the off ball doesn't matter unless you're getting screens. Now it's look, he had to go find Ray Allen, and then when he turned around, he see Dwayne Wade going to the lane. And what does Ray Allen do? He loses Ray Allen. He basically just lost where Ray Allen was, and bang, deadly.
Ishmael, would you say this is more skill or IQ on Ray Allen's part?
That's the IQ part, I would say.
But did we say IQ was skill though?
Fine with skill.
But it's a beautiful.
We did say, but to give you credit, Ishmael, we did say having IQ was a skill. So yeah, I get you. Yeah, having a smart IQ is definitely a part of it.
I thought you separated it. I thought IQ and skill and athleticism are all 3 different categories.
No. The only thing that was separated was
No,
skill
it's
and
skill and
athleticism.
athleticism.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay.
Now, Ray Allen's skill ability, right, to catch and shoot, that's a skill. Look, boom, catch and look, balance himself every time, the same form, same everything. That's a skill.
And it wasn't even.
That's
a great
elite,
pass,
and that's elite at it too. Look, boom, look.
Look where he catches the ball.
Look, he looks down and everything. He sets his feet. He looked down at his feet and everything to make sure his feet was behind the line. Everything.
That's all the footwork, everything.
Hey, listen, man. Ray,
that was great.
Now I'm sending another one. The whole thing. The reason I'm sending another one is just that this is definitely obviously coming off of screens. But I wanted to just talk about like what I meant by planting feet. Like when you come off a screen and the fact that it's like a 1-2 that you have to do. It's like a sudden stop that you got to give when you planting, and it's like I think that takes a lot of skill. When you running so fast, you also got to bring your speed to a halt. And I think that takes a lot. That's something you got to build up on your joints. That's not something like you can just take anybody with athleticism and say like go run around. I'm saying like you got to really practice that in order to do it. And so that's my point. That's what I'm saying. It's something that has to be developed. It may not be like like it's compared to Kobe or something like where you're like a shot creation, but like literally, if you watch the video, the next video I sent. Is the ability to like really run.
I need to see it because I'm just having a hard time visualizing what you're talking about, Ishmael. Because like when you say that kind of stuff, like
it sounds like athleticism. That's what it sounds like.
I could just picture somebody driving to the paint, stopping to do a pump fake, and then going up for the shot. Like it's basically the same thing. Like players do this all the time.
See, look,
now this is like a 50-minute video. We're not gonna do all that. But now remember, Ishmael, everybody that you see that you guys keep saying has off-ball gravity is you see what they're doing. They're running around screens. There is nothing that Ray Allen has skill-wise that's gonna detach him from Shawn Marion, other than the fact that he's getting screened. That's really it. That's why now mind you, that's what you're saying. The skill is how to run off of the screens because that's what the thing says. Catch and shoot. Jumpers coming off screen. So let's watch it. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it. Look, see, boom.
See, look, you see how he planted his feet right there, like that.
But that's the skill of shooting. That's the skill of shooting. That's what I'm saying. No, you're talking about when he's shooting.
Okay, you can be a spot up shooter, and you don't need to do that. You can just be able to be on the side somewhere in the corner and just shoot. But a off ball shooter will be able to know how to plant its feet and catch and shoot from that moment. That's what I'm saying. That's a skill from that aspect. Even
that's a shooter skill though. That's a shooter skill, not because of off ball. That's just being a good shooter.
Most people don't have the ability to do it like that. That efficient.
Because then most people are not good shooters, Ishmael. Because most people are not good shooters. That's what I'm saying. But a guy who's athletic could do all of because that's at the end of the day, he no longer is an off-ball guy at this moment, Ishmael. He's not an off-ball guy anymore. He has the ball.
Exactly. Look, Peter
has the ball.
Like him running without the ball is not a skill, bro.
Exactly. Him running without the ball is not a skill. Everything he did
it's
before
a
this
plant,
does not require skill. Listen, all of this does not require skill. This right here, none of that
I
requires
could
skill.
do that.
None of that
I could
requires
do that.
skill.
You could do
None of
that.
that
All of
requires
us
any
could do
skill to
that
do
on the
that.
panel. Yes,
Bro,
all of us could
Yeah.
do that.
Now to do this,
Anybody
to
who's
do
played
now,
basketball could do
yeah,
this.
now to
that
do
part. You see that?
now to do this. No,
Yes.
that's a skill.
That
That's a
is a
skill.
good
That's what
shooter.
I'm
That
saying.
that's
Like
the
that's what you
skill.
gotta plant your feet, bro.
That's
Like
still a
it's like
shooter skill.
But that's a shooter
anybody
skill, not an
shooting
off-ball
every
skill,
can
sir.
do
You
that.
have to do that. He's not doing that without the ball.
Yeah,
So he has
yeah.
the ball.
Shaq
It's not
can
because he has
Shaq
off-ball no
can't do
more.
that.
See,
Bro,
look, he's
come
just
on, bro.
running. Look, he's just
Look,
running.
even Peter made it. See, look, you saw that, bro. Even Peter made a good point. It's like even in football, like route running. You see how people know how to plant their feet when they're running
No,
a curl route. Like you run like 10 to 12 yards or so, and
No,
then you
I
gotta
agree
like
with you.
That's a different
No,
sport.
no. I
Different
agree with you.
sport.
Athleticism too.
I agree with you, but that's
That's a
because
skill. No, it's not even
no, hold
athletic.
on, wait, Ishmael.
That's a skill
I
guy.
agree
He
with
can't
you.
even
It's
do
a Ishmael. It is a skill to run a route. I get you, but it's because of your athleticism. You're not running no routes with no guy with good footwork that runs a 4.9.
No,
Absolutely
bro.
not.
I know track and field guys
That's
that
what I'm saying.
cannot
So
run
it's not
routes.
the skill that you're trying to apply is because we're talking about athleticism. And on defense, I don't know what route you're running. Like I keep telling you, if these guys are running on the court without screens, they're not getting open. Ray Allen's not getting open without a screen, sir. He's not getting open without a screen. Running around a screen is not a skill. That's what I keep trying to explain to y'all. He's just running around screens. He's not doing anything special. Here, he's running around a screen, a double screen. Look, why do you think it took him that long to get to Ray Allen? Not because Ray Allen's running faster or running better or more skilled at running. No, he got screened. Same scenario here. We're watching.
Who that,
Look,
Gerald
I'm
Wallace?
look. Bruce Bones is able to stay with him. Look, I'm with you, but look, now I got to go through another screen. Look, and he's still there. So again, if he's not getting help from screens, that's what I'm saying. Look,
They don't need no room. That shit muddy.
Look, he's chasing him. Look, still getting around late, but I got to go around screens. So him running without the basketball is not a skill, sir. This is the skill. Catch and shoot. That's a skill. Deadly as ever.
That's
we
definitely
talked
a
about
skill
that.
right there.
Shit, I could watch a whole highlight clip of him just coming off and shooting.
I missed the Seattle Supersonics Ray. This Ray was fun to watch.
This was the scorer Ray Allen. This wasn't just the spot up shooter coming
The
off.
spot up or corner shooter. Yeah.
Wow, no, wait. Yo,
Look at the screen.
Ishmael, look how great of a screen that was. Yo, check this out, Ishmael. Listen, this guy, look at this guy who's chasing him. Look how fast he is. He's faster than Ray Allen, but watch what happens when he tries to keep up with Ray Allen. Boop, get out of here.
Yeah, that's little ass Bobby Jackson out there with the head.
So the skill level that you're talking about, Ishmael, is the catch and shoot aspect, not just running around without the ball, bro. That's all I got. That's always been my take on that, bro. I never understood that. Because I was a screener, and Brandon will tell you that. Brandon will tell you how many screens he had to set for guards. Because that's the real skill level. Because you can get called for an illegal screen, and that's a turnover. So you have to be able to know when to screen. And now there's a chemistry aspect of that, right? The screener has to set the screen correctly, and the guy who's running has to know when to take that screen or whatever. But all that is a part of IQ, which we did say was a part of skill. IQ is skill. Who's that? Is that you, Juan Boy? No, that's not you.
No, that ain't me this time.
No, I think that was King.
I don't know who that was.
So it wasn't me that time.
The entire point of like an elite off ball player is the point, like at some moment in the play, they're gonna get the ball back, and what they do with that ball when they get it back is what makes them so good. So I don't think you can name a player that was so elite off ball just by them walking around without screens.
I mean, to be elite off ball, you have to be an elite scorer.
My point
That's the only way you
I've
can
never
be elite
heard
off
you
ball.
guys praise anybody who plays off the ball if they weren't a shooter. That's how I see it. And y'all only do it
Jack
for
is
certain
elite
shooters.
off the ball.
Because I gotta tell you this right now. I tell you this right now. You're not gonna let Duncan Robinson run. You're not letting Duncan Robinson run around screens and not making sure you're not doing that. You're not.
Giannis Dwayne Wade are underrated off ball.
Malik Beasley.
What I'm saying is,
If you're good enough to get doubled off the ball, like you're such a good scorer that they're worried about not you getting the ball in your hands, you're good off the ball. That's just the way it is. You're drawing two defenders away from whoever has the ball in their hands on your team.
What I'm
You
When
know,
saying
Shaq
and
gets
is,
down the post, he's drawing two
yeah,
defenders down there, even without the ball. That makes him a great off-ball player.
and I
Yeah.
don't
He
know
doesn't
what.
have to run around screens or do any of the catches. He doesn't have to do any of that. He just has to go down to the post, and then two people are going to gravitate towards him.
Yo,
Yeah, I
listen,
think cutting.
I've been watching so much. I've been watching so much ball lately, yo. I went back to watch the 2014 playoffs between Brooklyn and Miami. Listen, right. I don't know where nobody's getting this. Kobe is a better off-ball player than LeBron. First of all, LeBron's faster. If I could run faster than my defender and get more space, then that means I'm a better off-ball player. Then you got to figure out when they was in Miami, how many buckets was he getting in transition? Alley-oops. That's off ball, backdoor screens, and all of that. That is off ball, all predicated off of his athleticism. His IQ lets him know what spots on the floor to go to receive the ball. Like, and let's not forget, Mo Williams threw that man the pass that was so high, he wanted to go get it head above the rim. Like,
No, we
bro, just
talked about it on
different.
Friday. We talked about it on Friday, right? I showed y'all plays where Kobe was
Yeah,
trying
that's
to
what
get
I'm
open off
saying.
ball, running around without no screens, and it was hard to get him the basketball because
Yeah,
again,
especially with
the
Bruce
guy
Bowen
who's
attached
guarding
to
you
him.
is athletic. That's what I was trying to say. Another thing too, Ishmael. The guy who's guarding you is athletic. He also has good muscle twitch fiber that can turn on a dime and stay on top of you. So that's why you need to get him. That's why you need to give him screens. And the skill set is to catch it. We even talked about that for the guys who
okay, yeah, all
like a
right,
Sean
yeah, we can
Marion
move on.
and a
All right.
no, I'm just saying. Hold on, I'm just saying. I'm gonna let you get in. Amari Stoudemire, right? These guys are great at catching the ball and finishing without dribbling. That's also a great skill off the ball,
Yeah,
right? Because
they was
you got
great
to be able
setting
to catch the
screens
ball.
too.
Like he was talking about with LeBron. There's a lot of guys who can do that. Jason Richardsons and again the guys who are good in transition on the wings. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, again we just want to be able to establish that running without the basketball is not a skill. That's
All right, man.
But the
All
only
right.
thing I can think of would be like with no, that are not good shooters that don't need screens would be like lob threats. That's the only thing. Like
Yeah.
if you
We're,
can
we're,
catch the ball in the air without like being set up, like that's the only thing. Like,
It
yeah,
takes
guys.
skill to run off screens. Come on, y'all. It
No,
takes some type of skill. It's just not as important as the other
no,
one.
no. I get you
Thank
with the
you,
running
Jesus.
off screens, Brandon. Again, the running off the screens, yes, but not just running, not just you running.
It's just like this. Like there are certain players like you can't even take track guys that run 4.2s and stuff and 4.3 and just place them in. There's a reason why certain athletes can only run go routes because it's like they don't have the ability to like plant their feet. And there are certain guys that are really slow on the football field, but how are they getting so open all the time? It's because those guys will know how to plant their feet in a route and know how to like control their speed and movement and burst when it need to. So that's
Just
what I'm
like
saying. That's what they
Travis
got certain
Kelsey.
guys like that.
Travis Kelsey is not a fast guy, but somehow he's always open.
Yes, see, because he knows how to run routes. He knows how to navigate like where to go for space and get open.
hold
That
up. He
that's what I'm
he
saying.
ain't fast as he
Athleticism is
used to
like
be.
it's helpful, but it can only take you so far if you don't have the ability to plant your feet.
I mean,
He's
he
not as
used to have a
fast as
little.
he used to be. He's not as fast as he used to be.
Yeah.
Definitely not. Definitely
Well, I
not.
mean, it's a little bit harder to guard somebody in football. You basically playing, but you're back against the wall, kind of. But I see what you're saying, though. I do see what you're saying. I see that aspect, like you're saying. They're running without the ball. They have to run the route correctly. They have to run the play correctly, which, like I said, is they're running the play. So the defense doesn't know the play. Same thing in basketball. The defense doesn't know the play. I mean, I guess in basketball they do know the play.
Well,
They always
yeah,
say
they know the
they always
play.
say they know the play. They always say they know the plays. So yeah, like I said,
Some
I just
players.
never. Yeah, some. See, that's the
Yeah,
part of the IQ part, right,
you just
Brandon?
got to be able
That's a
to.
part of the. That's the part of your IQ right there. That's a part of your IQ.
Yeah,
Okay, y'all.
that's like
All
extracurricular
right,
stuff right there to learn the game.
we. I guarantee you, once we let this person up, there'll be a good reason to end today's show so we can watch football. So let's let Viz bring the
Oh
most
my
sensitive
goodness,
comment of
this
the day for
motherfucker.
today.
Dog, I don't
Oh,
even be doing nothing, dog. How y'all do that? How y'all guys doing this afternoon?
I'm
How y'all
good,
guys?
man.
My
All right. So
bird's
don't make me
losing
a
right now.
prophet. Don't make me a prophet today. Don't make me a prophet today. Make me wrong today by not making me a prophet.
Oh, you my best friend right now, Johnny. Actually, I'm cool. You my best friend right now, brother. I appreciate you
Why
yesterday, though, man. You held me down.
your videos never
You
got as
held me
much
down.
views as they got, right? Your videos never got as much views as it is mentioning Goat James
Well,
Kingdom.
no, my views ain't really do good, but I
They
appreciate
do
you.
better than anything else on your channel.
Why you come with the negativity, John? I'm saying I'm your buddy
That's
today.
a
You looked out for
congratulations.
me.
Wait a minute, that's not. I'm about to take a shot for that, man. Your best videos because of Goat James Kingdom. What you mean?
My videos ain't moving no more. Okay, regardless, my videos ain't
It's
moving. But if
moving.
they do, I appreciate y'all.
It went from 10 views to 30. That's moving.
Well, chill. We're not gonna do that now. I was already at 50 before the views. I was already at 50 before y'all said something. Stop. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't let me pull
What's
up your
good, Juan
page.
boy? How you doing? How you doing, my brother? Juan boy? I heard some Tim Duncan talk going on earlier. Somebody was showing my man where my man Screen Man at. He was holding Tim Duncan down. I mean, as he should. What's the topic of discussion today?
Your top 5
Oh
most
my
skilled
God! He
players,
said, "What's
please.
the topic of discussion?" Did you really just say, "What's the topic of discussion, brother"? Did you really just
Dog,
say that?
I actually wasn't at the gas station yesterday. I got time to sit down and chat with the fellas. Yeah, I mean, I puffed the stogie yesterday. I'm just trying to jump in here. I ain't, I'm coming with flowers. I'm coming with peace today,
We're
brother.
talking skill. We're talking skills. The most skilled players ever. And what's your top 5 most skilled players?
Skill players, obviously Tim Duncan at the 4. At the 5, I'm gonna
Real
put
quick,
David.
it doesn't have to be positional.
Position. Well, I'm gonna do a position because it's more easier for me to just eliminate it. At the 5, I'm gonna go David Robinson. At the point, I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm gonna say Jason Kidd. At the 2, skill, I'm gonna put Kobe. I think Kobe more skill. I don't think he's better than Jordan, but skill wise, yeah. Small forward. This is a tough one.
Oh, if LeBron or KD ain't there, I don't even care.
Yeah, skill.
Stop playing, bro.
Just go ahead and put KD there, bro.
I'll
It's
put
all
KD
good.
there. I'll put KD there.
Just go
I'll put
ahead.
KD there. I mean, it's tough to it's tough to decide between KD and LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what you want. But I think KD is a way more skilled level player than LeBron. Just like I think Kobe more skilled than Jordan. That don't mean they better than him.
Why are you?
It don't matter. It's all good. Let him go.
It's cool.
What's up, Bishon? What's up? What you say, brother?
It's cool. It's cool, man.
You at the 4 now?
No, Tim Duncan.
No,
I
you
started
said
with Tim
Duncan
Duncan.
4. So
Tim Duncan at the
you
4.
got the 4, the 1, and the 3.
Twin Towers.
Yep.
Yeah, Twin Towers at the David Robinson, Tim Duncan, KD,
Okay.
Kobe, and Jason Kidd.
I don't even think Tim Duncan is the most skilled power forward, bro. I don't even think he's like. I think I would rather have
Like
Anthony
Tim Duncan is very weird. Like they rank him as a power forward, but I think it was King John that said it earlier that this nigga played center most of his career. I actually didn't know
When he
that.
got those MVPs, he was a power forward. So that's
I would rather have Anthony Davis,
I
as
was
a more
Anthony
skilled
Davis
power
more
forward,
skilled,
especially face up.
though.
Like
you can't go wrong with that. Yeah, you can't go. Even though I think Tim Duncan a better player, you can't go wrong with that. But yeah, I won't be mad at somebody going either Anthony Davis. Somebody want to go Giannis because I think Giannis is highly skilled. Remember, Giannis was pushing point guard at one point.
Shit, Chris Webber was skilled as hell.
Talk about it, Juan boy. Yeah, C Web. That's probably that's actually one of my favorite power forwards. C Web.
I put Dirk
damn,
over
they got me
Duncan skill wise,
thinking
but
about that
not
now.
all
C
time.
Web. Yeah, he actually got me thinking about that.
The most players that played 20 years ago, bro.
What you mean? C Web was a legit. What?
Man, y'all tripping.
Oh, Johnny don't like anybody from the
come on,
1900s.
dog. Really, dog?
How many y'all go to the dealer? How many y'all gonna go to the How many y'all gonna go to the dealership today? Go buy a car from 2005.
First Escalade.
I mean,
your favorite players from 2003, though, John.
No, my favorite player can still play in today's NBA. He's skilled. I don't think Chris Webber and these guys can still play.
If we talk or if we even doing skill, you could put Shea Wallace in there. Shea Wallace is more skilled than a lot of power forwards in today's game. I'm taking Shea Wallace over Miles Turner.
Hell
Oh, we're
no,
not
man.
doing that.
Listen,
We're not doing that. Here we go.
When we're talking about Julius Randle, we're talking about Giannis and Antetokounmpo.
Shea Wallace way better than Julius Randle.
Talking about guys like Carl Anthony. No, we're talking about skill. We're talking about
he's more skilled than Julius Randle. He's more skilled than Julius Randle.
Hell no, he's not more skilled than Julius Randle.
I don't think he's more skilled, but maybe he's.
Get out of here, man. He's crazy, man.
He's saying that because she's from Philly.
It don't matter. Again, if y'all want to go relative to era, yes, everything you're saying is correct. If you want to go relative to era,
Anthony Davis to
But
me
my
is the most
problem is
skilled
that
on the court.
yeah,
Julius Randle is not more skilled than Shea Wallace. Y'all dudes is high as
I
hell.
gotta pick
Yes, he
the players
is.
from
He
the
a
most
better
No, he's
skilled
ball
era.
not,
handler and
dog. What
everything.
post game do y'all see
Hold
him? No
on.
moves
What
on
was
the
it
post
Johnny
play.
said?
He's not a better
Post
ball
game,
handler.
I gotta pick players from the most skilled era.
Y'all niggas is haters, dog. Oh my God. Julius
Nah,
fucking
we not.
Randle.
Nobody. Yeah, Julius Randle be running the offense and setting the offense
It's
up. He
not
just
hate,
And
man.
can't
It's just
handle
their
the
and
opinion.
ball.
We just
I
think
mean,
that
yeah,
they're
that's
more
true.
skilled than
That's
these
actually true.
players.
That's
We're
Yeah.
not hating
that's
on
actually
them.
you actually right, New World. That's not hate. That it's just
technically the
crazy
only
though.
reason
I don't know about no Julius Randle.
technically the only reason Kobe's still on my top five is because he was that skilled. His skills were
Yeah,
ahead of his time.
Kobe. Yeah, like Kobe.
Kobe's skills were
If
ahead of his
LeBron
time.
didn't exist, Kobe would be the most skilled.
Now
And
again,
only
for me, it's
What?
LeBron. No, for me, it's LeBron. It's KD. Then it's Kobe. Then it's Joker,
Oh,
and
you
then
got
Luka.
Kobe. Okay, okay.
Then
No,
LeBron
that
is
that's
LeBron.
nowhere
not a
near on the
bad
same planet
list
as
though.
skilled as Kobe.
yeah, I took Harden over Kobe because Harden a better passer and a better ball
Nah,
handler.
it took LeBron and KD to get ahead of Kobe.
No
There's
Kyrie and
nothing.
under.
There's nothing. Kyrie
where's
Nah,
can't does
Kobe?
not have enough skill. No.
Kobe is the
There's
most
not.
skilled player
There's
in
I
NBA
got
nothing.
I
history, and I'm
got
not even a
There's
Kobe guy.
nothing. There's nothing on the basketball court that Kevin Durant and LeBron James cannot do. There's nothing they cannot do on the basketball court. They can do everything.
You talking about
Kyrie,
offensively? You talking about offensively?
And defensive, offensively, defensively, everything. They can rebound, pass, defend, box out. They can do everything. Steal,
Kobe
block
could do all that too.
shots.
you have
Yeah, I know,
Kareem
but
on the
not
yeah, but
just not on their level. That's why he's third.
yeah, and
Not the
Kyrie
rim
don't do that
protector
like Chris Paul.
that LeBron is or KD.
The reason
But
why
yeah,
Kareem is on the list is because he's an older player, though, right? Because I would understand that
He
because he
doesn't
did.
have the
Well,
skill. Yeah,
Kareem
yeah. Because
just
back in
doesn't
his day,
have a lot of the
because to be able,
skills.
because what
How's
the
he more
skills he
skilled than
needed to do
Joker?
what he did wasn't as necessary as guys who have the skills today.
Does
Why
Kareem
would
I
you
have
need
think
the?
I
more?
think
Why
David
would you need more
Robinson the most skilled,
skills
powerful
when you
How's he
center.
more
mastered the
skilled
hook?
than Joker?
No, but my thing is, if you're
See,
Kareem
no,
Abdul-Jabbar,
Kareem.
why do you have to do any more if you mastered the hook? Like right, so that right there
Yeah,
limits his
that's
offensive skill.
skyhook.
He don't have to do
Mm.
nothing else. He just has to learn how to do the hook everywhere else, which is very skillful. Don't get me wrong, that's a super skill because a lot of people can't do it.
It's the most
Like
unstoppable mover. Yeah,
And
but
plus, in the
most
seventies,
people
in the
can't do it. Most
seventies,
people can't do it. So at least can't do it
in
the
the
way he
seventies,
did it.
Kareem's dribble skills were also adequate enough for him to take the ball up the court. He couldn't do that in today's era. He's getting stripped every time.
Yeah, but
Yeah, and
he wouldn't be asked to do that in today's era. Why would
and
a
he's not
yeah,
as
seven?
he's not.
David Robinson would
Because
destroy his era.
hold on.
Now I don't know about
Solomon.
David
The thing is,
Robinson.
there's people his
Solomon.
size
David
that can
Robinson
dribble
was
though.
playing
That
guard in the
means he
league
doesn't
before he
have
had
the
his growth
skill.
spurt,
There
brother.
is
He
people
was a
I'm
his
just
guard.
thinking
same
about no.
size.
I'm just thinking if he had to chase Tyson Chandler up and down the court on transition, if he had to chase Dwight Howard in transition, if he had to
Oh my
chase
God.
what's it called
DeAndre Jordan.
yeah DeAndre Jordan in transition, like these
He was
guys are
out
DeMarcus
there.
these
Cousins.
Shaq.
yeah like these guys are fleet-footed running big men. Like the only person he saw
Yeah.
like that was Wilt Chamberlain. He didn't even see that Wilt Chamberlain. So
No, he
yeah,
got
he
the
didn't
old
see
version of Wilt like the last few
yeah.
years.
Yeah, and he never saw Bill Russell, so because Bill Russell's the only one we could say with that kind of athletic ability as far as running in transition. But
Yeah. He's
that
got
would be the difference. But again, Kareem is one of the most skilled players in his era. If we went by era, yeah, a lot of these guys you guys have mentioned fall right in line as the most skilled players in NBA history.
I mean, you can even put Joker up there too, as well.
Now I have
Yeah,
Jokers in my top five. There's no way Joker can do
hell
everything:
yeah.
Yeah.
rebound, pass, blocks,
Yeah.
dribble, everything. Plays defense. He does everything. Smart on, especially on defense. He's one of the smartest defenders on defense in today's NBA. But people don't like to give him props for it.
no, I
Smart defender.
a bad defender. People act like
Yes,
he's a bad
he's a
defender.
smart. He's a
Don't like
smart
that.
He's a
defender.
solid defender. Yeah, I think him as a defender is
I said
definitely a little
smart.
bit
I'm
too
talking about
much.
his IQ. I'm talking about his IQ. IQ is a part of skill.
Nah,
I mean,
I don't agree with that.
I
I don't
defender.
really agree with that.
I think he's a good
Yeah,
defender.
because you was in special
He's
ed.
a,
We know that your intelligence is
oh
not
my
a
God,
skill you
here we
want to
go.
possess.
Okay, Deshaun Wagner. Okay, Deshaun Wagner. See, y'all. See, we over here being cool. Look what y'all start doing, and then y'all start coming at me when I start talking bullshit. See,
But wait a minute,
see.
I thought we were friends, man. What happened?
Dog, you said Deshaun Wagner. Dog, did I say anything about your pathetic reading last night, brother? Deshaun Wagner.
Yeah, but we don't.
I even defended you last night because in the
You
ebook
did.
it
I
doesn't it
appreciate you,
does
brother.
in the
Listen,
ebook it says he was an all
listen,
star because you couldn't
listen.
read. I had to help you. I had to read it for you.
Hey, Johnny, brother, I have no problem with you, brother. I'm just waiting for y'all to upload that video. That's That's all.
Listen, what video? That video shows is gonna show, I think, on Tuesday.
I can't wait for it, brother. Because I'm gonna just skip. I'm gonna just skip part 2 and 3 and get skipped, and all I need is that video. I don't need no 2 and 3. But I appreciate you, brother. You did God's work yesterday. I appreciate you. Not without knowing.
But you gotta admit though, if you're gonna call a black man something Deshaun or Dewan, you would say Deshaun before you say Dewan, right? Because especially with the way they spelled Dewan. Why are we like that as a people? Why would you spell your child's name DA Juan, Juan, like Spanish, the Juan. Like
It got nothing to do with you not reading it right, brother. You can't say somebody can't read.
I
You
know
can't
I didn't
pronounce
read
these
it right.
words
I
right.
know I didn't read it right. I
Okay.
didn't read it right. I know that. I said Deshaun because Deshaun sounds more like a black name. At least
Anyway,
I
man,
read. Did you read? Did you read?
I did. No,
No.
y'all
No, you
these
didn't.
clowns. I
You
told you I
didn't
couldn't read
read.
because I'm on the app, brother. I got
Yes,
the
we know you
screenshots. I'm on
couldn't
my
read. Yes, we
phone.
know you cannot read. That we
I
know.
read twice. Y'all guys is mad, dog. Don't get out of here. You know what I mean? And I got the book, and I'm going to be scouring this book for more inaccuracies. Now I'm looking for inaccuracies since Lamont think I was doing that the whole
Why
time.
don't you get the
I was
real
just
book
reading
instead
the
of
book.
the ebook? Why don't you get the real book instead of the ebook?
Because he ain't gonna have no
Oh my
content if you
god,
buy the real book.
Oh my
brother,
God, bro.
Wild Boy, did I write this book, Wild Boy, ebook or not? Did I write it?
The ebook ain't the same as the book as a
I
Lamont
didn't
didn't
hard.
ask
write
you
it
that,
neither.
brother.
Lamont didn't
Wild Boy,
write it
did I
neither.
write it though? Who did I
Lamont
write it?
didn't write it either. Lamont didn't write it neither.
Yeah,
What
so
Chat
Amazon.
GPT wrote it?
No, Amazon wrote it. Amazon wrote it. They changed his book. That's what I
So
keep telling you about the
why is he
ebook.
selling it? Why is he selling it for $22.99 then?
Not the ebook is for free. That's how you got it.
The ebook is not free. You don't get.
Yes, it
Oh my
is.
god!
Wait. How you think I read it last night for
Bet
free?
$500 right now if I prove that I purchased the book ebook. Bet 500.
I
Yeah.
thought
Fuck
you.
that 100. Bet
I thought you
500.
didn't need my money. I thought you didn't need my money. Now you need my money.
You want a free 500 from me?
Is it? Oh wait. All right. Are you gonna tell me right now if we go on Amazon right now the book is not available
You
for free?
can, yes, brother. You get the demo for free, yes, but you can purchase the whole ebook for $22.99, brother. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You don't get all the pages, and yeah, you get a demo of it, but you don't get all the pages with. You get all 474 pages
so
when
you
you
bought
purchase
it.
the book.
You
I
got
Yes,
the
I
got
bought the ebook.
474
Yeah,
pages yesterday
you
for
got the
free.
receipt.
you got the demo. No, you don't. Stop that,
Do
because I
you
got
have
the
the
demo
receipt?
and that, brother. Stop.
Do you have the
What you say, my
receipt?
boy?
Do you have the receipt for the book?
Absolutely, I have it. Why do I know the price of it then if I don't know? It's $22.99. Is it not? Go on Amazon right
But you
now. Pull
said
up Gold
What you mean
Encyclopedia.
you
no,
know the
no.
price?
But
Because the
I'm saying
price of
you
the
be
book.
sending screenshots. You be sending screenshots. Would you
He just
screenshot the
bought the book.
receipt?
That's what happened. He
I
He
could
just
didn't
no.
bought
buy
it.
I've
it.
been had
He
the book,
didn't
brother.
buy
I've
it.
been had the
He
book.
didn't buy it,
I've been
man. He
had the
didn't
book.
That's
buy the
cool.
book,
It's,
man.
it's it's cool, man.
It's
I got
cool. It's
videos
all
from
G.
a month and
Listen,
a half ago for
Viz.
me screenshotting parts of his book. I'm not lying. Y'all just thought I
But
I
had the
got
the,
you,
demo version when
Viz.
I had
Yo,
the full copy.
you know
You
what's
go. Listen,
crazy?
Viz. It's all good, Viz. It's all good. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, what he is talking
Salute.
about, we're gonna end today's show, so we can get on with our Sunday afternoon. We had enough of Viz. We had enough of Road today. We had a great conversation. All you guys have been great. All you guys are wonderful. Even the special ed students that show up every Sunday afternoon. You guys are great. But obviously, what he was just talking about was last night's TikTok takeover by GOAT James Kingdom and FYF Sports, where we go live Saturday nights, 8 p.m. on TikTok, on the FYF Sports Debate TikTok page. We talked about a lot of things last night. We had a great conversation with plenty of folks. So that will be airing very shortly on FYF Sports Debate channel. So y'all make sure to check that out because, again, it is a TikTok takeover by GOAT James Kingdom and FYF.
Breaking news this morning, GJK and FYF has taken over TikTok. Last Saturday's live has Zesty Jeffrey scrambling. This duo plans on doing more TikTok lives. Advisory warnings have been issued to all Zesty Jeffries.
Technically, you guys are kind of lucky. Brandon and I don't decide to do TikTok lives. We just don't have time to be doing it. I told Lamont, so I'm not going to do another 7-hour live like I did last night. TikTok is crazy. We don't have time to do that here. We fathers, we got lives, but we are the Clutch Sports Hitmen who go live every Sunday noon Eastern time right here on the GOAT James Kingdom channel with the GOAT James Kingdom show with B. Lee and Ajani. You guys support us by becoming a member of the channel. All you got to do is hit that join tab on our page, and then you'll see all the different perks for becoming a member. Again, it's only $4.99 to support us. If you really want to support us, become a Castle Knights where you get extra perks and extra stuff sent out to you. Again, we have shirts, we have hats. All these things are available to you. We have you guys as posters as well. So again, if you want to truly be the ultimate GOAT James Kingdom member, you can go to the King's Guard, and that way you can get exclusive access to everything that happens in GOAT James Kingdom. Again, these are our GOAT James Kingdom member tiers. Please support what we do here in GOAT James Kingdom. Either way, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and also hit that ring notification to let you know when we go live, because we go live on Wednesday nights as well with the Alan Powell Show. So you have the ring notification on, it'll let you know GOAT James Kingdom is live. Then we got Monday nights. That'll be tomorrow night with SB Talk Sports. He'll let you know when he goes live. That'd be at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. These are all great content. This is what we do here in GOAT James Kingdom. You guys know I go live every Friday night with the Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer. Also, we're going to be going back to doing playback games when the games start again. So please follow us and join us on Playback TV. Those are two separate playback channels we have. Y'all can make sure to watch us because we're going to do a lot of games, especially all the GOAT James Kingdom members, because we're going to be having the watch parties again. So we're going to have a lot of fun talking basketball here in GOAT James Kingdom when the season starts. So again, if you are a GOAT James Kingdom member, we appreciate the love and support. And again, you guys know what we do here in GOAT James Kingdom. Y'all have a beautiful Sunday. Peace and blessings.
If you're a basketball fan and you're tired of basketball shows that talk about fake narratives and using non-basketball terms like killer instinct, playoff translation, gravity, come to GOAT James Kingdom.
Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom, where basketball lives forever. You get to enjoy BB and Ajani talk basketball every Sunday noon Eastern Time right here on the GOAT James Kingdom channel. Support by subscribing and also check out the membership at GOAT James Kingdom.